Okay. Hello, Jessica! Jessica has arrived, everyone! Yeah! How are you this fine evening, Jessica, my lady? What? Listen, guys, I'm already warning you right now. I had a long-ass day, and I am tired. Tired of winning, you could say. And so this is going to be some kind of a reading. I have no idea what's going to come out tonight, but I was told, I was like, listen, you need to go on tonight. Show must go on. And so I said, okay, cool. So welcome to Drunk Tarot, everyone, even though I am not drinking tonight. Definitely not tonight. Oh. Yes, today is the day after Papa Mark's birthday. For those Nothing More fans that are following. Oh my goodness. Oh. Do you ever feel so tired? Yes, he did like his video, yeah. He thought it was awesome, and sent my sister the little emoji and the hand clapping, so it was well received. Sarah liked it as well, because I sent it to her, so yeah. Anna had a lot of fun making it. If you want any of the gag reels, there was a couple videos that were shot that were not used that were pretty funny, even though they were not the final material, but there were some pretty funny moments of just watching Anna pretend to be him. Yeah, no, it was pretty great. It was very wholesome. Yeah, no, like now my goal is Anna has to meet Mark so we can, Maddie, hello! Long time no see. Yeah, it's been a hot minute since you've been on here. Yeah, but yeah, no, he took it very well. So the goal is for now, mini Mark to meet actual Mark. So they can finally meet each other in person and the universe will be aligned. Like I feel like literally like countries will fall and rise and something amazing will happen, I think, when they meet. That's just my thought. Because there's been so many weird circumstances that have prevented Anna from coming to see a Nothing More show. So when it does happen, it's gonna be epic. And there will be photos. There will definitely be photos. You took time to live more? Hey, that's great. You know what I mean? Definitely make sure you're going out there and seeing the sun because we only live once. And yeah, sometimes being connected to the internet for too long is not good for you. I just recently, guys, so I got a TikTok because what I wanted to do was I wanted to start doing live streams on there as well as here because, tarot card reading is pretty big on TikTok. And I found out that you can't do live streams unless you have 1,000 followers, which is a little disappointing because I definitely would prefer to be, doing live streams on there since it's more accessible to everybody. But whatever, I figure over time, I'll figure out what I want to do with TikTok, because I didn't also want to do just tarot readings on TikTok. I wanted to like give advice and do other things too, but right now I've got so much going on that I'm like, I'll figure it out when it gets there. So, but I appreciate you showing up. Yeah, as for how I'm doing, I moved. Oh, thank you. Considering how many mental breakdowns I had today, this is the result of great hygiene. Yeah, Jasmine, go ahead. You can post your question. But yeah, doing all right. A lot of major changes. Yeah, today I'm just kind of chilling, not doing my drinking thing. I'm just kind of sitting, hanging out, and just wanted to see everybody. I've got 3 decks today. I'm not going to bring out my big decks. Most of my stuff is still back at home anyway, so I moved all the way across the country. So yeah. The drunk tarot was on Sunday. So actually, I routinely just do drunk tarot. However, the thing is that I'm not always drinking, and so I changed the name. But on my Instagram and on my Facebook, I posted a schedule of all of the live streams I'm going to be doing for the rest of the year. So if you guys ever want to like schedule ahead, I'm still doing free readings. I mean, obviously I sell them if you want something in depth and whatnot, but my free readings, I've got a schedule up. So actually, I can pull up my phone and look up when the next set of live streams are. Yeah, so my next live stream is going to be on the 23rd, the day before Christmas Eve. And then, I don't have any for the rest of the month. I do have a Patreon VIP live stream, so if you join my Patreon, I'm going to have one on the 11th. But other than that, though, yeah. So, but yeah, I still have them pretty routinely. I'm trying to get a schedule down of every week, but it's really first come, first serve. And I know this is a new time too, but I'm trying to see what works for everybody. So. Anyways, okay, Jasmine, so it looks like you're first since you asked for a question. Your question is, who is coming towards me in love? And then Red Rose. Oh, hey, Red Rose. It's been a hot minute. Welcome back. Man, I've got 3 people already that I was like, I haven't seen in a while. All y'all coming back. That's really awesome. But okay, so I'm going to do Jasmine, Red Rose, and then Madison. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry to hear your crush blocked you, Madison. So, yeah, I feel like this person, your crush is insecure. When I get to your reading, I'll let you know. But I'm sorry they're doing that to you. But someone who's blocking you like that instead of just saying how they feel, isn't worth your time. But okay, Jasmine. Actually, I'm seeing Jasmine, so it's like Jasmine, like double the Jasmine. Okay, so who is coming towards you in love? Whew. Oh. I don't know why, but like the moment I tapped into that energy, someone's coming in hot. Like I don't know if you've had readings done on this, but like this person's whew. Hi, Mew. Yeah, this gentleman is like, that energy's strong, baby girl or mama. I don't know. I'm feeling like this person's like, I want to pin you down. Like, damn. Yep, there's a cue, Mew. It's gonna go Jasmine, Red Rose, then Madison. And then I can do you if you want a general reading. So, who is this person's spirit? He's coming towards Jasmine. Oh my god. Yeah, this energy's like. All I can say is when this guy comes in your life, wear a condom. Like. I'm sorry. That's just the vibe I'm getting for this person because it's like, whoa. Okay, yeah, Jessica, you can get on there too. Okay, Mew, that's fine. Something else. Yeah, I was gonna say, Jasmine. I don't. There's some spiciness. I mean, like this guy. I don't know. I mean, you seem to be a spicy girl. Like I can already feel that in your energy that you like things hot and heavy, and you've been sick of like I'm hearing like these boy toys or like whatever the hell like they try to be masculine, but it's like that fake masculine crap, and you're like, no, this does not vibe with my energy. So like this guy, I don't know when this guy's coming in. I feel like it's going to be a little bit of time, but this guy like oh my gosh, like I'm feeling like flush in the face. Whoa. Okay. All right. So we got Judgment. We've got the Six of Swords in reverse. 2 blank cards. Another blank card. Lots of bright colors here, Jasmine. I feel like this person has a lot of affection. Like he's just an affectionate person. I don't think it's necessarily towards you. That's just who his personality is. So you might have a tendency to get a little jealous around him. Oh yeah. Right as I said that, we got the Masterless Knight. So for those of you that aren't aware, I'm using the Alleyman's Tarot, which is partial normal tarot, partial just random shit. So the readings that come from it are varied. But definitely what I'm getting from this guy is he's a rebel without a cause. He's definitely got like not bad boy vibes, but definitely like I don't give a fuck what you think, and that's what you find so attractive about him is because he's this masculine coming in. Hi Doris. I'll answer your question. It'll just be in the queue because I've already got a list of a couple other people. But yeah, like I'm definitely seeing when he arrives, he's going to be like this lightning in a bottle, like, and you're going to try capturing it. And I feel like what's interesting about his energy is he's very, very like got a lot of energy, but he knows how to contain it. Or at least there's something about your relationship with him that he's going to feel, you're going to feel contained, but you're going to contain his kind of nonsense. I feel like he needs some kind of a guide, and because you're a little bit more grounded than he is, Jasmine, like you both balance each other out. Yeah, I feel like he's an intuitive as well. I feel like that's another reason why he's drawn to you. He might not be fully aware of it because I don't know. I get the vibe from him. He's kind of like I don't believe in that spiritual stuff, but he's actually a very spiritual man. And he does it in his own way. And you're going to be constantly trying to like convince him, oh no, yeah, no, this is what this intuitive stuff means. And he's just gonna be like, yeah, whatever, girl. But then like tee hee hee, it'll be like cute. You know what I mean? He's not gonna be like ridiculous about that because he's just kind of whatever. What's this? The Thing Among Reflections. Yeah, I feel like one of his shadow aspects is he has a hard time reflecting on himself, but that's also one of your shadow aspects too. Is it's kind of like you both have a tendency to focus on the positive, but then you ignore some of the negative red flags until it's a little too late. And so what you're going to find out though with your partnership with this person is he is a reflection of some of your aspects and traits that you don't like to see, and vice versa. And so you both are going to you're going to fight a little bit at first, but you're going to be growing. Hi, Scott. If you're interested in a reading, go ahead and post something in the chat. I've got a queue waiting, so I'm currently on my first reading. But yeah, something about his energy, though, like he's going to have a very strong calming effect. Now, I'm not getting too much information about when this guy's coming into your life. I feel like it's going to be a little far out. I'm not going to lie. It's like the decisions you're making are leading up to this person. Like this guy's on his way. And I feel like the more you invest in yourself, the more likely you're going to manifest this person. Because you've got the Page of Cups here. And there's definitely kind of like an imbalance in your heart chakra right now that I'm feeling that's kind of causing, I don't know what it is, but I got the term like guys are easily replaceable to you, or like there's like this replaceable energy that you're kind of getting with dating. And with this guy, he's going to be irreplaceable to you. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean he's your one. You know what I mean? However, I'm definitely getting a vibe that in order to manifest this person, and you're going to enjoy your time with this guy because I'm seeing a lot of laughter, a lot of like lighthearted energy. And it's going to be kind of like he has a way of like carrying your burdens a little bit. But you're just going to have to make sure that you continue to invest in your heart space and opening up your heart chakras, specifically, again, with being open to the masculine. I feel like you've got some wounds with your masculine that kind of cause you to get a little triggered by things that this man, once you figured that out, you'll have an easier time attracting this. Like some of his behaviors are not going to trigger you and you're going to understand them instead of get upset like you do right now. Okay, yeah, sure, Scott. I can do your reading for you. Okay, so let's look at some of the other cards we have here. We've got quiet, intention, decision, free, and spark the spirit within. All right, so this is like a informational card about the Oracle deck. Yeah, I was going to say, so Spirit's kind of encouraging you to kind of free up space in your life. I feel like you're entertaining some ideas in your life, all right? Because at first I was trying to gauge if it's people or energies or what, but there's some ideas you have in regards to dating that you kind of need to be a little more open and willing to compromise on. One of the things that has left you jaded is you have these expectations that to a certain degree are unrealistic, not because I'm not saying lower your standards. What I'm saying is you can't expect one type of behavior and then not have a consequence or a negative on the other side. You know what I mean? You got to be a little more realistic, balanced. And that's something that you have unrealistic expectations of yourself in dating too, you know, because this is something that, you know, you want to watch out for, again, that unable to compromise and look in the mirror. That's what this card is about, is making sure that when you look at yourself in the mirror and you can have acceptance for yourself, it's easier to forgive with others. Now, that doesn't excuse bullshit. All right. But that's the balancing act you're still working through right now, I feel, is being able to judge what is truly a red flag and then what is something that is just, okay, we can work with this, or I can sit there and say, just set a boundary and then it won't be a problem, you know, and have patience. Again, I feel like you're very smart and you're very practical. And that's why Spirit is saying to like free yourself of the self-limiting beliefs that are allowing you to be fluid. I guess it's like you can have those boundaries, but you don't have to be rigid about it or be hurt. And then I think you also have to make a decision on specifically what are you looking for and what type of relationship do you want? Like, how do you want a relationship impacting your life? This is a very specific message because I feel like when you're dating, you're kind of like, okay, I have these expectations, right? But you're not actually looking specifically, what effect do I want a partner to have on my life? You know, like, do I want a support person? Do I want someone who is, you know, gentle and helping me with my feelings? Or like what effect do you want to have on that life? And then figure out what you're doing to not allow that to automatically flow into your life. Because a partner will just naturally fall into place when you are able to see how that is currently blocked in your current life, if that makes any sense. So set that intention and be a little quiet too. I feel like sometimes because you've been hurt, your hurt talks a little longer and a little louder than what your heart is actually trying to say. Yeah, sure, Chan, if you want to join in. Yeah, same with my goals ascension. Yeah, I was going to say, everybody, it'll be first come, first serve. I got a queue going on here. So I'll do my best to get to you. All right. And so then finally, Jasmine, I'll get to the last of your cards. We've got fertility in reverse, emotional loss, partnership and alliances, and temptation. Yeah, I feel like one thing specifically that you're still working through is, and this is for some of you other people in the audience too, is you're not seeing relationships, specifically romantic relationships, as partnerships anymore. It's kind of turned into a give and take game. rather than, hey, this person is my partner, this is my friend, this is my lover. And when it comes to what you're getting out of it, you got to remember that there's compromising involved, and that if you can forgive yourself for something, you got to be able to forgive another person too. And because you're choosing people with red flags that already don't meet your standards, then you're setting yourself up for self-sabotage, and you're not allowing for relationships like this where you hold each other's hand. You got to be more intentional of who you let in to even get that far. So when you find somebody you meet, you're not flexible when it comes to stuff that you want, if that makes any sense. Yeah, we've got temptation in reverse, which is the devil in reverse here. And it's like you got to resist your temptation to shut down towards others. Because Jasmine, I feel like when you find a partner, specifically this person that's coming towards you, he's going to want you to open up a little bit, and you're going to feel that stirring in your heart space. Like once your heart space is more secure, like right now, this is you're this guy covering your heart up. Once you open it, you're going to start attracting new ideas and new people. And you got to be working with yourself of finding better ways of protecting your heart space without putting up a barrier and not having your hand here, So, and that's where having those emotional boundaries will help you, so that way you can keep your heart open, but you can clearly define, so you can tell your partners and see them for what they are and say, hey, you crossed this line here, you hurt me, but we don't have to end something. You just need to either deviate your behavior here and have a consequence accordingly. Like with you, Jasmine, you don't have to worry about consequences. You're very mature. I can tell by your energy. Other people that are watching, that are listening to this message and it resonates, y'all got to work on having some consequences when people cross your boundaries. But anyways, though. Yeah. And then final card with fertility in reverse. This isn't about pregnancy. This is about, like, again, conceiving new relationships, or it's maybe not new relationships. It's hard to describe this energy. It's like allowing things to become created. It's like with fertility, and when you think of like making babies, you have to be able to be in a space that's comfortable and safe and allowing for creation to happen, and it's about allowing these relationships and that ability to create, being open to that inside of yourself, in all areas of your life too, but specifically with relationships. But I feel like this gentleman that's coming in, he's going to definitely kind of, like I said, make sure you wear a condom, because when this guy comes in, your babies will not be on the radar, but you just make sure you're being safe. Okay. Hello, new subscriber. Hello, everybody. Wow, things just kind of blew up tonight. Welcome to my Novermania. I'm Christina, for those of you who don't know, since there's a lot of new people. How this is working is it's first come, first serve. Post your question in the chat, and then I'll get you in order. My lovely friends who are moderating will hopefully keep me on track, because I'm sober this time around, but sometimes I do this drunk. So don't do anything to make me drunk, please. As fun as that is, I had a long day, so that's not happening tonight. But okay, Jasmine, that's your reading. Hope you enjoyed it, and let me know if it resonates. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to get on to... I think Madison is next. Yeah. Madison, and then, or no, Red Rose, then Madison. My bad. Yeah, go for it, Eliza, if I pronounce that right. And also, I apologize if I don't pronounce your name right. Please correct me. I'm sure I'm doing that accurately. But okay, Red Rose. All right, so your general reading is about career, love, and health. Okay. That's going to be a lot for one reading, so I'm going to keep it high level and just pull one card for each, huh? Or maybe, I don't know, we'll see what the cards do. My cards do not, like, I don't know, I can do spreads, but they're not inclined towards it. Anything else, yes or no? Okay, this happened last live stream where I was getting like Indiana Jones music stuck in my head. And I don't know if that's relevant to you guys or Harrison Ford. I don't know, Jessica. Maybe maybe Harrison. Yes, it's all Jessica's fault. I've got Harrison Ford on my mind. Maybe all y'all are on an adventure to find love, and instead you found me. Maybe that's what you're looking for all along, ladies and gentlemen. You just needed a friend. Oh, thank you, new subscriber. Yes or no? Yeah, so Red Rose, I feel like there's something with your energy. Maybe that's why I was getting that song, but I feel like you're moving in general in a positive direction. Like it's kind of like the energy of like, I'm going through rough times, but I'm determined. Things are finally starting to look up and I'm moving in a direction that suits me. Like it's definitely like positive energy in all areas, which is nice. I feel like for love, you're kind of skeptic. You're a skeptic, but like even then, you're learning to realign with what you want. I don't know if you recently had a breakup or there's some type of relationship that maybe is a friendship actually that kind of realign your heart space. Which, for the record, guys, since a lot of people are asking about love and relationships, one really great way to pay attention to how your love life is manifesting is to pay attention to the love relationships in your friendships, because there's patterns that exist in your friendships that also exist in your romantic relationships. It's just sometimes easier to see it with a friend, and it kind of hurts you. You hurt yourself a little less when you look at it from that lens. So that's something to consider. Take it if it resonates. But for you, Red Rose, I feel like there was some type of a relationship where you kind of had a falling out, but you learned to trust either your intuition or yourself on it. And I think that's really important because having that self-trust is huge when it comes to allowing people to come and go into your life, especially now that you're attracting higher quality people. I feel like that's going to be the theme of your next year, is attracting these higher quality people. All right, so one thing that your spirit guides are asking you to do is to express your needs or express yourself a little bit more. This goes towards your career. Something about like when it comes to your career, you're really shy about either asking for a raise or requesting less menial tasks, Red Rose. I feel like you are more intelligent than what your boss or what your work environment is giving you credit for. And so you need to, oh, you had your breakup. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about that. But yeah, you need to challenge yourself a little bit more at work, and I think you'll get rewarded for it. Keep up your affirmations. I feel like you sometimes do them, but you should be trying to do them a little bit more often, because what Spirit's reminding you is you need to be regrounded in yourself right now. Focus on having a clearer forward vision too. I don't know if you have issues. I don't know if you're having issues with focusing or choosing a path. But right now, you should be focusing on your wellness and not your past. Like right now, okay, that makes sense because I'm reading about your breakup. But there's definitely like a need to focus on reality and to not be too sad or too positive. Try to stay like more grounded and being like, all right, this is just what is right now. And I'm not going to spend time and energy speculating. Red Rose, I feel like you have a tendency, some of you out also in the audience, you have a tendency to overthink things to the degree that it disrupts your ability to manifest what you want. And because you're thinking about this stuff so much, it like causes you to retract away from what you actually want. So make sure that you are focusing on, okay, this is what I want. These are the things I'm going to do. And then take all that other energy crap and just kind of like set it off to the side. I know it's hard. Maybe you need some Reiki, maybe do some journaling, but find some type of an activity that will allow you to get out of that pattern of allowing yourself to be stuck and be like, all right, well, I can maybe only think about this for maybe 15 minutes a day. And then after that, I'm not allowed to think about it. Conversation. I feel like you should talk to some of your, I don't know why I was going to say significant others. So maybe what you should do, wait, one sec. I'm getting like a download while I'm talking. Okay. So imagine yourself having a conversation with your future spouse. And what would that actually look like? Like, imagine you having a significant other and imagine talking to them. What are the types of things that that person would say? What are the types of things that you would be willing to compromise with this person? Like, have those conversations with yourself and that other invisible person and see what comes out of it. Because I think it's going to teach you more about yourself by reflecting on what you want rather than trying to look for it externally. Because right now you're not going to find it, especially with the people that are around you right now. And don't worry about like doing manifestation candles or all this other manifesting thing. Like, you're going to get there. You just need to have patience. And right now we're trying to get that confidence and clearly defining, like, and here's something for the rest of you guys too, that you're trying to manifest a person or an outcome. Manifesting means you have to have a clear image of what you're doing. If you are going through muddy water, you're not going to be able to get a clear manifestation of what you want. It's a lot easier to let go of fear and negative emotions when you're not attached to what's the word I'm looking for? When you're not attached to, messiness. All right, well, we'll just use that. Basically, just make sure that you have a clear vision and go for that. It's a lot easier to manage your internal navigation system whenever you're dealing with that, especially when you've got past trauma and pains and stuff. Okay, so we've got Hand of the Hunter here, the things among reflections. Yeah, I'd say Red Rose, make sure that, especially so this has a little bit to do with your health. I feel like you're ignoring something. I don't know do you have like eye trouble? It's something with like your left eye, or like, I don't know. I keep seeing like you want to like have this left eye closed. Like, sorry, I'm trying to figure out what this means. I can't tell if it's like you are actually having a physical thing. There's something about your body though, like with your face. I don't know, like, I don't know, I'm getting like a stuffy nose, or like there's something going on with your face. Make sure that you are taking time to, again, express yourself, express your needs to yourself. I think right now your body's trying to tell you things with illnesses, or like, I don't know if you've been getting a lot of colds lately. Yeah, like I'm feeling like stuffy nose and drainage and things like that. Like, whatever's going on with your health, please make sure that you are listening to your body, because what's happening is when you're not listening to your body's going to start sabotaging and getting into the way of your daily life. And right now you need to take a look and see like, all right, is what I'm doing actually healthy for me? Are the decisions I'm making healthy for me? Especially in my career, because sometimes, again, you self-sabotage and then you're not getting the income that you deserve. And yeah, and maybe you should go to a foreign country. Maybe that's where you're meant to thrive. I feel like wherever you're at right now, you're self-sabotaging and limiting yourself because you don't want to take a risk. I feel like you're very risk averse. And some of you in the audience too. Some of y'all are very risk averse. So for you risk averse people, I'm the exact opposite of you. So like, all I'm going to say right now is please make sure that even though you're seeing this blank slate, the worst you can do to yourself is inhibit the things you want by not ever putting your pen on the canvas. You know what I mean? Yeah, and maybe that's something that I feel like self-conscious about, and you're allowing these fears to prevent you from being able to get what you want because you can't do it. Like with your energy, I'm seeing that you're very intelligent. Yeah, about that sneeze too. Like I'm definitely feeling like this energy of like you need to just let it out, and your body's kind of forcing you to just kind of clear this stuff out. Yeah, just allow your body to just clear these things, and thank you. And that will give you clear vision. Okay, I'm going to try wrapping it up. I have a tendency to ramble, guys, so I apologize. But I feel like my messages are resonating with a couple of you. Because some of what I notice happens is when like large groups of people hop into the chat, there's like about like 4 or 5 of them that are secretly going through the same things. And so everyone asks for a love rating, and they're like, hey, this applies to me. And then it's like, yeah, because y'all are coming in at the same time because y'all need to hear the same things. So, yes, it's almost like there's a synchronicity to these things. Oh, all right. All right. Yeah. So we've got conflict and defeat. Yeah, please make sure that you're not getting too hung up on your issues. I feel like you have a tendency when you make a mistake, you're very hard on yourself, Red Rose, which is sad because like you're really not making too many mistakes. And I think one part of this cleansing thing that you should work on is making sure you're taking time to clear out those negative emotions. So, for example, if you're like, we'll just use my socially anxious ass, and think of a time when you had a social encounter that you said something awkward, and then afterwards you were beating yourself up about it, being like, man, I just talked to that person and I said something really stupid and I just can't seem to get it out of my head because there's no way I should have said that. And it's not my fault that I said it and I'm still beating myself up about it. That's kind of the energy you're in, where you need to take the time to be like, okay, I made a social faux pas. It really doesn't matter that much because it's like nobody died, nobody, was left screaming, and I don't know. Basically nothing really detrimental happened to you. No one thinks you're a terrible person because you made a social faux pas. Everybody, the most charismatic, lovely people out there, everybody makes these mistakes. And no, Doris, you haven't been touched on yet. I'm still on Red Rose. There's a queue. But basically, this is just a reminder to take time and be like, hey, I don't need to have this energy stuck inside me. I made my mistake. I accepted it. Now I'm going to let it go, and get in the habit of developing those patterns so that way you make sure you're not, stuck on that and that energy is not stuck in you. We've got this facing your shadow. I think this is going to help you improve on all areas of your life and especially your health. Make sure that you are taking the time to reflect on the side of yourself that you think is unworthy, because I can tell you when you actually start working with it, you're going to find out that was a lens other people put onto you. So, make sure that you are taking that time to see yourself in a more positive light, but be more realistic with that positive light too. I think that's when it's easier to internalize. But all right. Thanks for showing up, Red Rose. That was your reading. I appreciate you taking the time to show back up again, and I wish you the best of luck. You have a lot going on right now, but I'm definitely seeing positive things in your future. So, good for you. Good for you for standing up for yourself recently too. You're doing good. Keep it up. Okay. All right. Let me go ahead. All right. Let me go, since we had a bunch of people hop on and y'all are excitedly waiting. I'm going to read the list of the order. So in case you guys need to leave and come back. And another thing too is if anyone has to drop off and come back, I leave my readings up throughout the week. So what I'll do is I'll still get to your reading, I'll do it, and then you guys can come back and watch it. Cool. And then if you really like my readings and stuff, consider purchasing a reading, like and subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm also on Instagram and Facebook if you want a schedule for future live streams and stuff. Okay, yeah, so Madison is next. And then let me look here. So Madison, then Mew, then Jessica, then Doris, Scott, I'm sorry, Malik. I can't understand what you wrote. Could you please retype your question and then I'll add you to the list if you're still there. My goal is Ascension will be next after Scott, then Chan, then Eliza, and Casavel. Ooh, that is a really cool name. Casavel. I like it. It's kind of sexy. All right. Sorry. I hope you're not offended by me calling you sexy, Casavel, but you are now the official sexy viewer on the live stream today, all right, because of your name. Well, you are now. You've officially been dubbed, so I don't want to hear that attitude, Casavel. You are gorgeous, inside and out, through and through. Own it. Embrace it. And then we've got Amanda. And then Amanda's next. So, okay, we got a nice round of people. So, cool beans. All right. All right, Madison, long time no see. So let me find out what your reading was about. Hi, Star. Hello. Okay, so Madison, your crush blocked you. Yeah, so about your crush, I feel like your crush is like, he's just insecure. And I think he doesn't really know how to communicate well. So I'm sorry that he blocked you, but I feel like also you pressed on him a little too hard, but you shouldn't beat yourself up about it because he should have handled it in a better way. And I think you're taking it a little too hard compared to what the situation would be like. Like if I was in your shoes, I'd definitely be devastated too. But like as a third party observing, I'm kind of like, I don't think he was that great anyway compared to what you deserve. So it is what it is. My candle's finally starting to melt, and I'm like, oh, it smells so good. All right. Hell. Which one of you is making me weird? Okay. All right, we've got another person. Hi. So basically, how it works for the new people that just popped on, if you would like a reading, go ahead and post your question in the chat. It's first come, first serve. So I've got a yeah, so basically it's first come, first serve. So you post your question and then I get to you in order. So yeah. All right. And then, as for Madison, to answer your question about, is that a new tarot deck? Yes, it is. So I am currently using the decks I have today, the Psychic Tarot, which is also an Oracle/tarot deck, an Oracle card deck that I got at a local store back in my hometown. And then it's called the Alleyman's Tarot, which is a giant tarot card deck that has the traditional Rider-Waite stuff, but every card is from a random tarot card deck that the author found. So it's got a bunch of unique cards specific only to this deck as well. So it's a little tricky to read. It's very chaotic energy, but I love it. And the art is great. So, okay. So how will your next love relationship be, or any advice? Yeah, Star, you can get a reading. Just go ahead, post your question in the chat and I'll get to you. All right, Madison, let's get into your next love relationship. I don't know why. I have a feeling your next love relationship is going to be a doozy. Like, it's going to be a flop. And I'm going to tell you why and how you can avoid it. I think that's just no. Okay. Hi, Victoria. This is it? All right. Okay, Madison. Yeah, something about the reason why your next relationship is going to be a doozy is because, like, you're reluctant to let go of the past. Like, I think there's something about this ex situation, or like, there's someone, oh my God, like, you're like giving yourself headaches from crying over this person, or something like, oh my God, like, do you get migraines easily, Madison? Because I feel like you're stressing yourself out about this, or like you're crying so much over some kind of a wound, and that's what's going to cause you to manifest this next crappy partner. Oh my God. I want to give you a hug. Holy cow. Oh my God. Like, yeah, there's just like a lot of like hopelessness vibes. Or you're just like, I don't know, are you like very sensitive, Madison? I feel like you have such a soft, lovely energy to you. And I feel like whoever initially like, I feel like you just feel like you can break really easy, especially with love and relationships. Like, yeah, because I'm seeing like you've got the 5 of Cups here, and like 2 of the cups are on fire. And I'm like, Yeah, absolutely. Everybody that popped in, if you'd like a reading, post it in the chat, and it's first come, first serve. But yeah, I feel like you have such a tender, wounded heart, and I just want to let you know it's gonna be okay. But you need to stop getting validation from people outside of you that it's going to be okay. I feel like I don't know what it is, Madison, but I feel like you do a lot of tarot card readings. Either you do them for yourselves or you get them from other people, and you're kind of always asking the same questions. You're not listening to the answers. Like you're kind of going very surface level on your love and romantic relationship questions when really you need to be taking a deeper look inside of you. Because I feel like you're allowing your surface level emotions to prevent you from actually seeing what your relationships and what your pain actually looks like. Yeah, we've got this card here called the Undaunted, which is a beautiful card, by the way. I can show you guys. And I feel like you have this energy of something bad's going to always happen. And I think that you self-sabotage when you're looking at relationships because you have this feeling like, well, it's not going to work out anyway, so why should I get my hopes up? And what's happening is you're intentionally choosing. And some of you other you people that are watching right now, some of these readings are for you because you're doing the same things as Madison here is doing, where you're intentionally choosing people that you know you don't feel safe and comfortable with because you think that that's all there is out there. And you're subconsciously sabotaging yourself because you're not willing to take a look at your wounds from your parents, wounds from past exes, because you have a tendency to, like, I don't want to use the term gaslight yourself, but that's what you're doing is you're essentially talking over your inner voice and saying, oh yeah, this is what I wanted. This is a relationship like the movies. Like, I feel like you sometimes get caught up in your romanticism of what love looks like. And that's not what true love actually looks like. You shouldn't have to sit there and have, like, you're riding the high and then falling low instead of just looking for steady like this, not going for an even back and forth of exchange. And I feel like you have a tendency, and I'm going to say this for the ladies in particular, not the guys that are watching, but the ladies, you guys give way too much of yourself too soon, and then you're sabotaging yourself. Because what's happening is you're choosing men that are specifically taking from you and then walking away because you're giving it up for free and you're making it easy. And guys and men that value you and respect you are not going to be playing games like that. They're not going to be wanting all of you at first. They want to see that self-control because they want to see that you're picky about who you're choosing. And, and you're like, oh, but my heart tells me this. Your heart's not saying that. It's not coming from your heart. It's coming from fear. All right. And Madison, please make sure that, because I want to prevent you from dating this person, because I think that this relationship's going to be very eye-opening for you if you don't change these patterns on your own. Because this person, like, you're going to be feeling like you're doing all of the work in the relationship. Like, look at all these hands. I just see someone who's exhausted, overextending themselves, doing chores and doing things that are underappreciated and valued, and you're just wasting time and energy and money. I feel like this person too coming in, they're going to waste a lot of your time and your money and effort. Because at first he's going to seem like he's generous, and then he's going to come in and start asking you for money because he knows you work hard and he can steal from you. I feel like you're also closed off sexually. Something about this card with the way this lady is holding her legs closed. There's some kind of, I don't want to say sexual trauma, but there's definitely a resistance to true sexual energy. You're very much into superficial sex, or the idea that, this is the only way I know how to connect, but you're really not connecting when you're engaging either sexually with your partners, or there's just like a shame around what you actually want. You keep it very, very light and surface level and not wanting to deep connect because it's a shame thing. And I feel like, again, you're closing yourself off. And so you're attracting men that are also closed off too. Yeah. And I just feel like thaw the frost. All right. So there's something about your energy that you're kind of like in a gestation period as you're kind of healing. And I think right now, Spirit's advice is you should wait before getting into another relationship and heal these things. I mean, they don't know what love means. Yeah. So for those of you that are new, me and my friend Jessica here, we are big fans of a band called Nothing More. Check them out. But they released a song called You Don't Know What Love Means. You don't know what love means by nothing more. But basically, it's the whole idea of, only you can make yourself better. And you need to make sure that you are having a more clear idea of what love means to you, and taking that time to love yourself first. Because I definitely feel like you get that message a lot, especially from these tarot card readers, but no one's showing anybody what that looks like. All right. Nobody's actually talking about it because that advice is not used appropriately, because we're relational beings and we learn through relationships, guys. So you're not bad for wanting a relationship. The problem is when you're shaming yourself and then you're choosing to go down a path because you're encouraged to be enlightened and to love yourself, but you're not actually loving yourself. You're still staying on the surface and you're not manifesting what you want. So you have to put the work in. Do this time machine and go back in time and think of the first time you were really hurt in a relationship. And that's where your work should start. Okay, Madison, I hope that was helpful to you. And I hope that was helpful to some of you guys in the audience too. I feel like there's definitely a collective shift, that everybody's kind of going through similar patterns. So I hope this was useful for you. All right, so Madison, you're done. Next is Jessica, I think. Madison, no, it's Mew, then Jessica. Yeah. All right, Mew, since you come on every week, I'm going to do a very short reading for you so I can make sure I get to the rest of these posts. So, all right, yes, no. I don't know what it is, Mew, but there's something about your energy that things are looking up this week. All right, so, all right, this is a pretty direct reading from spirit. So you got nutrition, obtain the food necessary for health and growth, rest, being quiet and still, and forgive, releasing anger and resentment. And I feel like right now the card forgiveness and resentment, forgiveness and resentment, I feel like that should be something you should focus on your work within the next 2 weeks. Is there something about, you have some resentment against a person or a place or like a group of people. I keep hearing personal place. So I don't know if it's like a school or like something from your childhood or something, but make sure you let go of that resentment so you can allow things to come into your life, because you keep going back to this issue. And right now, forgiveness will give you more of a release than focusing on the feelings. I feel like sometimes you ruminate on that energy a little too long, and then it's causing you to just hang on to that, and it turns into resentment rather than actually feeling the emotions and releasing them. Make sure you're cleansing your body too. I'm hearing maybe eat some more nuts or some type of something from a tree, but I'm definitely feeling like eat nuts or proteins. That would be good for you. And I'd say just rest a lot this weekend. I feel like something's coming up soon that you're going to need to be well rested for. All right. That was your reading, Mew. Sorry it's so short, but I got to move along and make sure I get to all these people. I got to get to sexy Casaval. Hello. Hi, Jess. It's first come, first serve, so I'll get to you when I get to you. I'm sorry for picking on you, Casavel, but you're gonna be my star tonight. It's like Casavel is here, ladies and gentlemen. They are there to make sure that you have a good time and I have a good time. I don't know. I'm. It's been a day, guys. It's been a day. Oh, nothing like sweet, refreshing water to get me through. Okay. All right, Jessica. You want a general? Okay. Listen, I'm gonna flirt with you all night, babe. Okay, listen. All right, that's the mission. Everybody, while you're waiting for your readings, everybody give Casavel some type of a compliment or hit on them. I don't know. Make them feel welcome and sexy. Okay. While you're waiting, Jessica, I just finished up Mew. So Jessica, it's your turn. All right. Oh my gosh. Yes. All right. Yes. Oh my God. Oh my god. All right. Reading Mew. Oh. Yes. Mew, you're sexy too. I know you're absent currently, but just want to throw that out there. Yeah. Gorgeous. But you need a name like Casavel to really get my attention, okay? Anything else, yes or no? No? Okay. Listen, I'm having fun, all right? I had a pretty crappy day, you guys, so you're bringing my spirits up. Aww. Yeah, so we got some Lord of the Rings. Oh, you got Giuseppe! Okay, guys. Okay, so so the one thing with this Alley Man's Tarot card deck, right, is there's a lot of random cards in here. And I mean random. And one of them is this card called Giuseppe, which look at this guy. Look at this guy. All right. It's just, his name is Giuseppe. And I'm so happy you got it. I'm going to read the card of what it says. It says, draw 3 cards from anywhere. If they do not bring you happiness, put them back where you found them and draw 3 more. You may repeat this as many times as you'd like. If any other players are looking or feeling left out, share some with them. Yeah, so I'm definitely like, it kind of reminds me of a Pokemon card. But Jessica, it figures you get Giuseppe because Giuseppe has a special place in my heart. And there's definitely like a lot of like lively childish energy. I'll get to your reading at some point, Twin Flames. It's just in the queue. And there's definitely like I'm feeling like a call to action from Spirit, like making sure that you're taking time to lift yourself up. I'm definitely feeling like there's a calling. I don't know if there's been something that you've been wanting to do for a little bit. It's not fully there yet, so you probably don't sense it. But something about this card. So you've got the Lovers, which something about this card really, I'm pulling out like sentimental vibes or like feeling like, I don't know if you're in this energy right now or Spirit's encouraging you to be like kind of in like that really soft, loving energy and like take advantage of those intimate moments. Like Spirit's really guiding you to kind of get into that feminine and to really kind of like embrace it. And yeah, just having this playful, fun energy and that intimacy is really going to help you kind of get through the next couple of weeks and allowing that to kind of be shared with others as well. I think it's like, I feel like this is more of like a validation of your energy rather than giving you advice. But you also got the King of Swords in reverse. And I feel like there's someone that's, I don't know if someone like cuts you off or like they have a very cutting attitude. Like King of Swords energy is very like, it's kind of like, think about like the smart asshole, essentially. And I don't know if there's someone either that cut you off or there's somebody that in your life right now that's being kind of like a smart ass and kind of rude or whatever. And I'm feeling like you just got to be patient with this person because they're kind of like in a grumpy mood and it's not anything to do with you personally. So just give this person some distance and kind of just relax a little bit and stay focused on that loving, tender energy right now. I think it'll do you some good. We got like this. So I got the High Priestess, but it looks like Cardi B with like octopuses coming out of her head. It's like, I forget what the guy who created Cthulhu or whatever. Shoot, I forget what his name is, but he does like all like the obscure dark energy. Yeah, Cardi B with an octopus coming out of her head. I don't know what that means, but I think that's just a sign to get creative. Maybe go out and shake that ass and turn some heads. Do something really weird this week. Something really weird. Something that no one would expect. That's the sign. Okay. And then you've got feeling, serene, and belief. Yeah. I feel like something about accepting something as true. I feel like you're working through a belief about yourself. So this is kind of just reminding yourself to keep that serene peace on the inside and really just be in your feelings right now. And I think you're going to manifest good things. Oh, and also advertise your business a little bit more. I feel like, you should open yourself up a little bit and talk a little more about you with your business so people get to know you and not just what your skills and crafts are. That was specific. But okay. All right, Jessica, that was your reading. Thank you very much for hanging out. I hope some resonated because a lot of that really didn't feel like there were messages to share. It was more of like a validating, like, okay, you're going through this and just stay the course, girlfriend. Stay the course. Okay, so now we've got Doris. All right, Doris, you are up. Then it is Scott. Then it is Ser Malik, if I'm pronouncing your name right. I can't understand what your question was, so Sahar, if you want your reading, you're gonna have to go ahead and repost it in the chat. Then my goal is Ascension. Then Chan. Then Eliza. Then Casavel. Then Amanda. Then we have FMTV. Then Victoria. I was going to call you Veronica, but I was like, because it's Starbell Victoria. And I was like, and Veronica. I'm going to call you that now. Starbell Victoria Veronica. All right. And then we've got Rajmeet. Then Twin Flames. Then we've got Just Ventura. And then Broccoli. Yeah, I'm still doing free readings. I'm just doing things in order. So Broccoli, you're gonna be like at the end of the list, but just hang out. Sometimes weird things happen too. Because that's what I've been noticing. Yeah, no. Okay, so to go on Casabel's point, I've always wanted to do tarot card readings with Pokemon cards. I have Pokemon cards at home. So at some point, if y'all want, oh, Brianna, okay. Because I love calling you Broccoli, because it'll be like, hell yeah, I'm Broccoli. I'm gonna fuck you up, bro. But yeah, no, doing Pokemon cards, that'd be fun. So I don't know about y'all, because I'm taking a slight break to realign my energy for a second. Like, I really don't need tarot cards to do readings for y'all. I can just use crystals or different things, but doing Pokemon cards I think would be super fun, because then you could just channel them, and I could channel all of my inner child knowledge from knowing Pokemon for way too long. Yeah, I'm sure I could come up with some interesting readings from that. So, yeah, who knows? And hell, if someone wants to purchase a reading with me doing that, I absolutely will do it at some point. Okay. Let's do this thing. All right, so who is next? I just read off a large list of people. Oh, it's Doris. All right, Doris, are you still here? Show your face. Let's see, because let me find out what your question was, Doris. You just want messages from your spirit guides. Okay, well, she said her phone died, so it probably died again, so I'm going to do a reading, and then I will move on with life. Anything else, yes or no? Yeah, all right. Anything else? Yes or no? No. Okay, cool, that's easy. Only 3 cards, what? That never happens. All right, so here's the messages from your spirit guides, Doris Rodriguez. Obstacles and challenges in reverse, foundation and achievements, conflict and defeat. Okay, so that's interesting. You got 5, 4, 5. I don't know if that means anything to you. But so first of all, looking at these obstacles and challenges, and I feel like you are really like, I don't know what's gone on in your life, Doris, but like you've overcome some stuff. I mean, I feel like you're like that hardworking mama who like comes in and somehow has like everything under control, even though it feels like perpetual chaos. But like you're that mom that everybody can rely on because you seem to know how to manage chaos very, very well, even though it doesn't feel like it. I don't know if you've had some kind of financial loss. I'm seeing stuff with like a house. I don't know if you had damage to your house or some kind of major financial like disaster or something that you've overcome. And you're a little hesitant moving forward, but at the same time, also, you're like, I'm still focused on my goals and I'm going to keep on living life. And man, I really admire your energy, Doris, because like you're a badass. Like you are hardworking and you know how to take care of a family. That's definitely your vibe. And so at least this is, I feel like whatever destruction in the home kind of went on, because I don't know if there was like, no, I'm not feeling like a divorce or something, but like there's definitely like some kind of like a major upheaval in your home life that you're now rebuilding a positive foundation. I feel like you're manifesting stability. And I'm seeing like, this happy house with the home and the family. And, you're working towards that, babe. Like this is just acknowledgement to like to keep on going towards that sunshine. Like, with this conflict and defeat card, I feel like you do get caught up on your failures sometimes, but they're really not failures. Like you're really succeeding overall. And hi Chelsea. And this is just like a reminder to make sure that you are acknowledging the sheer quality and quantity of achievements that you have overcome in your life, girlfriend. Like you are way too hard on yourself. And make sure you are taking time to celebrate that. Like, I know you have a very busy schedule, and I feel like you're the type of person that if I let one ball drop, my whole life's going to fall apart. Newsflash from your spirit guides, it's not. Okay, you can drop like 4 or 5 balls, and you will still be okay. Okay, maybe your hair is going to look like a mess. Maybe things are not going to work out, but girlfriend, your idea of a disaster is someone's good day and best day. Okay, so like please don't stress out too much and take some time like and really celebrate and appreciate yourself. Like don't do like a bubble bath with a glass of wine. No, I mean like sit and really appreciate yourself. Do something that you've never gotten to do as a kid or something that you consider heartfelt for yourself, because you deserve that energy in your life. Because yeah, no, you're awesome. Like I have no real advice for you, but spirit guides are just saying like, listen, she needs to hear it because she's been told how many times, and all these other tarot card readers are too nice or friends or whatever. I'm the one that's gonna be like, listen, love yourself, do it, stop it, bad, make time for yourself. Okay, thank you for showing up, Doris. Appreciate you and your time, even though your phone died and you're not here. Okay. All right, so Scott is next. Scott, are you there? Sorry it took a while to get down to you. We had a lot going on here. Let's see. I'd love to know how things will work out with AM. She's a Pisces, I'm a Taurus. Okay, Scott. Dude, I don't know. I don't get good energy from this girl. Yeah, I'm like getting something on like the back of my neck. All right, I'm gonna try to get my bias out of here, but like there's something. I don't feel she has good intentions towards you, dude. Like, yeah, this energy makes me really uncomfortable. Like, okay, this is it? Okay. Yeah, what is this energy? I'm like feeling like really like uncomfortable here. Well, this is the card of the night, defeat and conflict and defeat. I guess we're all dealing with that. Yeah, I feel like whoever this AM person is, they do not have a very positive belief system. And they do not have a very positive view towards men in a way that's not, in a way that I would not approve of. All right. And I'm saying this from a standpoint that as somebody who has been very wounded by men, I mean, I know when I've had my difficulties, um, I've had my own difficulties with guys, but like this sort of resentment is not right. Like there's some sort of a belief system that she was either raised in or something that I feel like you as a spiritual body, you got to protect yourself from her energy. Um, yeah, she's a beautiful girl, only she suffers with autism, which is hard to navigate. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't trust this girl one bit. Yeah. Yeah, no, lots of trauma. And like I feel like what's gonna happen is if you date this person, you're gonna take on so much that you're not prepared for, and your spirit guides are warning you to not do that because your energy needs to be preserved. And I feel like she'll be very emasculating. And I say that with love and light and respect. And I'm not talking like the unhealthy kind. I'm talking like this is like, somebody who is going to take away from you more than provide value into your life. Yeah, because there's this wellness card where I feel like what's kind of going on in your relationship is you kind of have like a balance. So I can see why you're attracted to her, Scott, because you have like this ebb and flow back and forth. The problem is it's not always going to be that situation, if that makes any sense. Because I feel like right now I see like that beautiful like yin and yang kind of doing this, and so right now it feels really easy and like this peacefulness isn't going to be long lasting because I feel like she's got wounds that are going to trigger your wounds. Yeah, and there's some kind of a temptation here. And that's why this devil card is coming out because I feel like you have a hard time pushing away certain attributes that girls like her attract out of you. Like I don't know what it is, but I feel like you have a pattern with women that you choose kind of the same type of women. They all look different, they all speak different, they all have their own things, but they turn out exactly the same every single time. Yeah, Scott. Okay, now that I'm like getting more into your energy, I'm like, okay, I get what you're doing. And a lot of it is because you're not truly seeing the full picture of what's going on with these women and how it's reflected in your spiritual body. I feel like you've got some trauma on your own part where you are resistant to seeing what you're giving out. I feel like there's something about the energy that you put out that you're attracting these women and you're not seeing it as like either a red flag or it's like you try to overlook your own red flags and so you overlook theirs. And so then because of that, you're attracting people that come in and take advantage of you. I don't know if like you've had money stolen from you or like or you get taken advantage of particularly, but there's definitely like money like slipping through your fingers, I feel like when it comes to these girls. And I don't know if it's like you kind of like to spoil them because you feel bad, or maybe they have a way of convincing you that they need something from you. So then you give them your precious time and energy. And I'm not talking like, like pocket change money. Like I feel like you're the type of guy that when you love somebody, you give them the best of you. And that's gotten you burned a lot because you're giving it to people that literally have shown nothing to prove that they're worthy of that side of you. And I don't even know if you've ever had a woman tell you that. I feel like you don't get positive enforcement from women very often, which is sad, but I'm, more than happy to provide that to you now because I don't want to see you dating a person like this. Like, please don't, because I feel like you are a spiritual person and you have a lot of wounded spiritual masculine energy too, which, your nurturer provider energy is like skewed and off balance because it's like a teeter-totter. Yeah, like so another thing, so sacral chakra. I don't know if you do any yoga or sacral chakra work, but that's specifically, your second chakra, which has a lot to do with sexual energy. And I definitely feel like it's out of balance there where you're not able to fully connect with your partners. Like it feels like when you feel like you're in love, I think you feel like you think you're in love, but you're really just attaching to people. You're not actually in love with them. And that's because you're having a hard time connecting to your sexual masculine energy. All right. And so please make sure, I'm like, please, please, please make sure that you are connecting with your sacred masculine. Like that bond right there will really help you with protecting you against women that are traumatized and trying to take from you. Because I do think you have a pattern of that. And then you get, feel conflicted and defeated because you care about somebody. And you're like, oh, I don't know if I should stay or if I should go. I should protect her from these people and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, it's the same story over and over again. And it's because you're not protecting yourself, dude. Like, you need this protection, okay? You need to protect your heart from women who are perpetrating against you. And not all of them are perpetrators, they're victims. But at the end of the day, they're still taking from you and they're still hurting you. And I think you need to be honest. And we all need to be honest when we're hurting our partners with our traumas. It's not intentional. And I think that's where you're getting burned, is these girls aren't doing it intentionally to hurt you, but you're allowing it to continue. And that's where that pain is coming from. So with visualization, I feel like you have a tendency to feast with your eyes. And you got to be a little bit better and more clear about visualizing what you want. You know what I mean? Like, visualize a relationship where you see yourself actually fulfilled and happy. And I think that's kind of hard because I don't think you really know what that looks like. And so what I challenge you to do, Scott, because I feel like, and some of you else that are listening, maybe this will help you, but go out and find like a relationship that you are envious of, or think of either a fictional relationship or a celebrity relationship. Like, imagine what a perfect relationship would look like. And I'm not saying perfect where there's no flaws, but I'm saying like a truly genuine, loving relationship. What does it look like? All right. And then what you're going to find is that there's a disconnect between you and that person that is reflected in yourself, right? And so what you got to do is you got to close that gap and understand that you are capable of having that. You just got to first off define and clearly look at what it is that you need. You know what I mean? Like, right now, I don't think you have a definition and a clear image of what you need, because right now you're suffering, you're on the surface and you're staying in trauma land. And trauma land is never going to land you a partner that's actually going to care about you. And maybe you're not ready for a partner that cares about you. You might still have a couple more relationships to go before you can actually start finding like real love. Because I feel like, again, I don't know if you've ever received messages like this before, but it's going to be eye-opening when you start having a stronger belief system and begin to respect your masculine energy more. Once again, I feel like, I don't know if you grew up in a home where true masculine energy wasn't respected or represented in your life, but please make sure that you are connecting with that so you're protected, because men deserve protection in relationships just as much as women do. And I think you're a prime example of that. So anyways, though, Scott, thank you so much for showing up and supporting my YouTube channel. Sending you a lot of love, dude. I feel like you've been through a lot, and, wishing you the best and good luck with your situation, and send the other girl love and light too. Cause, I feel like she has a sweet heart, but she's not going to be a good fit for you. So take care of you both. And then if you want anything else, like, feel free to come back and ask me more questions, because I love talking about promoting healthy masculine energy, because we need healthy men right now. Lots of women want healthy men right now. So trust me, man, if you think you can't find anybody else, you can definitely, a spiritual man that is in his full sexual masculine energy. Oh, damn. Yeah, I was going to say, no, I'm a huge advocate for that. So, yeah, good luck, my dude. Okay, who is next? All right, so it was Scott. Doris is done. All right, Malik is not. I don't know what they want, so I'm just going to skip them because I've got a lot of people on the list. All right, so my goal is ascension. Hello, I hope you're still around. It's been a while. Is my partner cheating on me, even if it's looking at people online? So I'm going to answer this first before I get into a reading about that, because my view with cheating is that cheating is something that you got to define in your relationship, okay? Because everyone has a different definition of cheating. Like, me and my roommate were just talking about someone she was dating, and her and her partner had two different definitions of cheating. One partner thought that kissing someone is not cheating on your partner, versus my roommate was like, no, kissing someone that is outside of our relationship is cheating. And so that's where you gotta make sure that you come up with that definition with yourself, before you ask questions like that, because if you consider someone looking at other people online cheating, then that's your definition for you. You know what I mean? Like, you get to set those boundaries and those rules. So I don't want to go in. Now, what I will say is I do feel this guy does have cheating energy. However, I think that's something that you also need to work on within yourself to determine. And when I say cheating energy, I'm not talking about I'm talking about explicit behavior that is intentionally going against the boundaries of your relationship. Yeah. And that's the thing is like, so what happens with cheating in particular is, usually there's a subconscious cause in the relationship that is going on that is causing a person to feel the need that they need to enact in this behavior. And that's something that you should interact with him about, to get to the root of what about your relationship right now is causing him to feel in a certain way, or like, what is it that why does he feel that he wants to do this? And then kind of get deeper to the root there, because at the end of the day, relationship dynamics cause, difficulties in relationships. Now, I'm not saying that's your fault. I'm not blaming you. What I'm saying is, in order to fix it, and especially if you have intentions of staying with this person, you have to kind of get to the root of it. Now, one of the problems is if you've already had this conversation with him, which it sounds like you did, and he's doing it, that is a breach of contract and against your boundaries. So you should address that with him and be like, hey, I told you that I don't feel comfortable with this. I've spoken to you about that. Why are you doing this? And my thing is that really, I feel like what's going on between the two of you is he's in lustful energy right now. I feel like he's trying to escape from you in some way. All right. And it's up to you to decide what you want to do as a result of this, because it really comes down to, one, is that energy you want to put up with? Two, is this person worth really putting all that energy and fighting to fight the relationship? It's like, okay, maybe if you have children, maybe if you're financially invested together or whatever, but anybody who's, being immature and lusting after someone, unless you're like really, really interested in this person, which I feel like you're kind of not, I don't think you should continue to engage in a person that, if you've already had that conversation and they're still going to do it anyway, like, that's not your wound to unpack. Again, it'd be different maybe if you're married and you have a lot more obligations, but that's my personal place. I'm not going to even channel for that one, because I'm like, like, something about his energy. I just feel like he's just disrespectful towards the way you feel. And I think that's something that you should pay attention to, that just because, like, with you, I think right now you're focused on the cheating and you're not focused on the other behaviors that he's doing to disrespect you. I think the cheating one is the only energy that you register because it's that triggering for you. But he's been doing other little things to hurt you, girl, and to not respect you. And I think you got to make sure that you're paying attention to those things, because you do this when you're in these relationships, is you gloss over all these other things. But the moment that red flag hits, you're like, oh, well, he's cheating and blah, blah, blah. And I feel like you're ready to fight for those things. But when he's sitting there talking about you behind your back or making those snippy comments, I feel like he's like the guy that sits on the couch and drinks his beer and like makes random like degrading comments towards you under his breath. And you just like brush it off and you're like, okay, well, I'm not going to think about that. And then you take all of your energy from those microtransactions and then push it all on the cheating. And you shouldn't be doing that, because it's going to hurt you in the long run. Like, you should have stopped already. If he's making those snide comments towards you, you should have stopped there and said, no, I don't respect men that do that. Don't wait until he's cheating on you. Don't wait for all this other stupid shit. The moment he disrespects you, he needs to be gone. All right. Make sure that you stop that right off the bat, and, have confidence in yourself. Like, I feel like, again, don't do that back and forth. Like, well, I'm going to let these things build up. Waste so much time and energy, and you deserve better than that. So really sorry to hear that, girl. Sending you additional love, and make sure you cleanse. Make sure too, after he's gone, sage your house. Something about his energy is just not right. And I feel like his energy sticks to you. I think that's why you've been having a crappy mood at work too. There's something about like, he just like is clumped onto you, and like, you need to just like, ugh. I don't know. This is a person I would never interact with in person. Like, I The moment he would have walked in your door, I would have said, no, be gone. So just stop ignoring red flags. Like, just be honest with yourself. My goal is Ascension, because you seem nice. Just make sure you don't do that. All right. Okay. So since we've had more people coming in, but anyways, thank you for showing up. Your reading's over, but I hope that helps. But yeah, for all the new people that have popped in here, my name's Christina. Readings come, first serve. I have a queue. Post your question in the chat and I'll get to it. If you would like to purchase a reading, I sell them. You can also follow me on Facebook and Instagram so you can get more information on my live stream schedules. And hopefully someday I will be on TikTok. So we'll see. But yeah, I hope you guys are having fun. I'm not drinking this time around, but I also do a show where I drink and get really weird and shit just goes down. So yeah, sending all you guys love. Oh, you're having a baby? Oh my gosh. Oh, well, congratulations. Yeah, no, that is going to be so hard, girl. No wonder your energy felt really frazzled. So I'm like, yeah, no, girl. Oh, guess what, guys? 111. I've got 11 people watching and 11 likes at the same time. Bingo. All right, that's a good sign for you. My goal is Ascension. Good luck on your baby and wishing you the best, girl. You've been through so much and you deserve better. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Captain Barbosa. Like and subscribe, come and hang out. I try to do these live streams like once a week or like every couple of weeks. But yeah, I also have pick a group readings too. So if those interest you. Okay, so let me go back. All right, Chan, are you still here, Chan? Because Chan, if you do not respond in the chat, I'm going to move on to the next person because I've got a lot of people. I know you've been waiting a long time. Thank you so much for your patience, everybody. So here's the list right now for everybody. We've got Chan, Eliza, Casavel. Casavel. I did not forget you, my love. Amanda. Starbell, Victoria, Vanessa, FMTV with the Stalker, Rajmeet, Twin Flames, Just Ventura, and then Broccoli, and then Broccoli. Haha, I get it. It's like broccoli. Even though your name is Brianna. Broccoli. And then Love, if you're still here, Love, you can ask for a reading. No need to run away. And then Chelsea Gooch. We've got... Okay, yeah, Chelsea, I can do a reading for you. And then we got Captain Barbosa. And then now Robin. All right. Yeah, broccoli. It's kind of funny too, because I just recently bought a giant head of broccoli. And like, when you're like one person eating a whole head of broccoli, it's a lot. All right. That is a huge responsibility on one tiny person. All right. So maybe this is a sign. We've got broccoli and broccoli. Eat your greens, eat your veggies, people. That's what that's saying. Okay. All right, Chan. If you're not going to respond, I'm just going to hop on and move on to Eliza. Because I just want to keep this moving because I have so many people. Oh my gosh. I need to just make my live stream say free readings more so then I get more people, because that's just what I do, is I just do free readings and sass people. It's so much fun. Okay. All right, Chan didn't show up, so now we are going on to Eliza. Let me see what your question was, Eliza. Thank you so much for being patient. May I know, does R have any plan towards me this December? Oh, wait. I don't know why. So I saw the little fairy you posted, and it reminded me of Legend of Zelda. I don't know if you're nerdy or he's nerdy, but that suddenly triggered like childhood memories for me. Um, I don't know why. Like this guy's energy, he's kind of like he's very like smooth, or he's kind of like got the sophisticated, like, I'm gonna take my time walking towards Ezra. Like he's kind of like, I'm not looking at you, but I'm looking at you. Now this guy, this is some tasty energy. See, it's about time we have like a guy on here that somebody's like, oh yeah, this guy's energy's not a red flag. I'm like, I don't know. He's definitely got like swagger, or he like, I don't know, is he like, does he dress really well? He's got like some level of confidence that he's like, I know I look good. And I know what I want when I'm looking at her. Yeah. Oh my God. Like it's like he kind of has fuckboy energy, but he's more sophisticated than that. Like he's not like a dude bro, but he's definitely like Mr. Like, I'm playing poker and I'm not gonna like show you my cards. I'm just gonna Mr. Sophisticated and like I feel like he takes time in the mirror and he likes looking at his appearance. Girl, I see you. I see what you into. We all know it. We know what it's about. Oh my God, this conflict and defeat. What is it, you guys? Can we like have some like positive emotions going on here? This is why you love yourself. So when tarot card readers do your readings, you're not using the same card every time. Like, stop it. Stop self-sabotaging yourself, Eliza. This sexy, gorgeous man wants you. All right? I'm just kidding. I don't think you're really self-sabotaging yourself that much. I think if anything, you're like self-conscious about your appearance. I feel like, I don't know if you're like, this guy's a catch and I'm kind of like plain, or I feel like, I mean, he's definitely got a sexual attraction to you. I don't really know. I don't really feel like it's going to lead to like really anything like committed or whatever, but like I feel like you have confidence, but then it like kind of goes away. Like you know how to dress good, but like either you have some insecurities like in the bedroom, or like when it comes time to be like, oh yeah, you know, like you don't follow through even though you have it in you. And I don't know if that's like from a past wound, like maybe an ex-partner kind of made you lose your spark a little bit, but like, girl, you got it. And I feel like making sure that you maintain that energy through your encounters with him, like something about this relationship, I think is going to be healing for you, because I feel like his attention gives you confidence. It makes you feel like sexy. Like, I don't know if you have nice boobs or something, but I immediately was kind of like imagining like, like I want to show off to you. Like I want to be like really like very feminine, you know, and flirty. And you really like that energy. Or maybe I just like that energy and sitting in it because it's been a long time. Shit, this is cute. It's making me blush a little bit. I'm sorry, Eliza. Okay, yep. Disconnecting from that energy a little bit. But yeah, so you've got conflict and defeat, foundation and achievement, and then authorities in reverse. So I definitely feel like he's got a little bit of a bad boy vibe. Like he's kind of a little bit aloof. I don't know if he's mysterious or like he knows which way to go in life, but like he also has a problem with like he can't be tied down. So if you're looking for like a real relationship or to get into this man's heart, it's going to be hard for you to do, because I feel like he's very much like that anti-authority. Like I feel like, you know, when all sex and jokes aside, I feel like if you guys actually tried to be in a relationship, he would have a hard time with your structure. Like, I feel like you know how to know when it's time to be responsible and when it's time to play. And for him, he's always in play mode. Like, he really is averse to taking care of his bills and taking care of things like that. So just watch that with him. I think you kind of understand the nature of that, but like, this is just kind of like validation that, you know, don't take this as something that you should put that much energy into. But I feel like that's also an acknowledgement of you in how you have the ability to attract partners that, you know, can have this energy and you'll still be fine even after the encounter. You know, obviously, I mean, like, don't get pregnant and like, you know, use protection, be safe and all that stuff. However, please make sure that you take the time to acknowledge yourself and allow, you know, your hard work to show through by just being yourself. Yeah, we've got success, quiet, float, and movement. Yeah, I feel like just keep it light, and I feel like this is not. I don't feel like he's gonna make a move towards you this December. I feel like he's gonna be making a move, but it's when your energy's kind of ready, or when he's ready. I think it's more of like both of your energies kind of holding it back a little bit, but he needs a little bit more time because he's focused on his own space right now. Like there's something going on in his personal life, where something kind of came up where he's kind of focused on that. Not that he doesn't see you, because he keeps like doing that, like looking over your shoulder, but like I think, if you need a nudge, I'd say, or if you think he needs a nudge, just kind of like open up your heart space a little bit more, and I think he'll come buzzing right in. I'm just saying. It's like I'm seeing like bee to the flower, if you know what I mean. But okay, Eliza, I hope that reading was good for you, and I wish you luck on your saucy endeavors. Ooh, that was nice energy. I'm sorry, it's been a long time since I've had like people's like partnerships that I'm like, ooh, get it? It's all this like depressing stuff. All right, now it's Casavel. All right, I can finally get to my love. He's been patiently waiting in the background. Hi, Simone. Welcome to the show. My name's Christina. If you would like a reading, post your question in the chat, and I will get to you when I get to you. Also, just a reminder, my readings will be up for a week after the live stream is over. So if you need to go back and rewatch something, it will be available to you. Whew, okay. Let me see a question. Also, I think I'm just going to skip over, like basically, if you're not creeping in the chat, I'm just going to skip over a reading if you have not showed up and posted something. So if you want your reading read, please comment in the chat whenever it's your turn, because I want to make sure that I get to everybody, and I'm not going to take these random floaters. It's like, sorry, y'all waited, so you're gonna work for it. All right, so meaning behind this night's dream about Virgo. Ooh, okay, this is a unique question. So the meaning I'm getting, okay, I don't know what that means. Let me kind of. I feel like he wants to hear. He wants you to hear something important about him and his situation. I feel like you sort of get caught up in your emotions when you're thinking about this Virgo, and he's desperate to want to be understood by your energy. I feel like he is somebody who knows you better than I think you know yourself sometimes. I don't know what the relationship is here, but I feel like this guy is like, he knows you. And I feel like you don't always know yourself. And I feel like he gets frustrated because you tell him your secrets, but he knows that those aren't actually your secrets. Like, it's kind of like you do this vulnerability thing where you dance on the surface, and then he wants to get to really know you, and then you kind of shut him off. And I don't know if his feelings are too much for you at times. I feel like they are, or sometimes you struggle with intimacy or have a hard time opening up to his energy in particular. I don't know if you don't feel safe with him yet, or if there's something about like his feelings are stronger than yours, so you're kind of like, I don't really know what to do. Because you care about each other, but I feel like you show up in different energies, and that's conflicting towards the both of you. And so I feel like this dream is to remind you that there's other ways of communicating with him, that you can get to a better place in your relationship so you can better understand him. I feel like you're using your brain too much and not trusting how he makes you feel, because I think the information of how he makes you feel will tell you way more about him than you rationalizing it. I feel like, I don't know about you, Casavel, but I feel like you've been gaslit, or like you've had, don't take this to be rude, but I feel like you've had really stupid people try to tell you what to think and believe, and you kind of just went with it because you trusted their authority, but you're actually like a lot more intelligent than they are, like a lot more. But you've developed this sense of self that is really like self-depreciating, because these are the type of people that they're stupid, so they try to make you feel like you're stupid when they've been wrong the whole time and you have been scarily accurate, but you don't trust yourself. And that's where I am personally encouraging you, because I'm feeling this energy and I'm already like, oh my God, I can feel like my eyeballs roll so far into the back of my head that they want to punch out the back door of my skull. Thank you, subscriber. But yeah, Casavel, like seriously, like trust your emotions on this one, because your feelings tell you so much more information about this. Like, God, yeah, no, I agree with Broccoli. Like, he sounds like he's a sweet guy, and he genuinely cares about you. And I think you're resistant to his energy because you're not really you're unsure of how you feel, because I think you're used to just not being in tune with your emotions. So definitely practice being in your emotions. Listen to these dreams when he's trying to talk to you, because that's a version of him that can't communicate at the same level, and it's a version that you can communicate with him just fine, but you're not used to it because you were told that either that was stupid or like you don't really know what you're doing. So I hope at some point you come back and hang out with the rest of us, because I think the more we interact, or you interact with more spiritual people, you'll get a clearer sense of what's going on. But I think you're way more intuitive than what you gave yourself credit for, girl. Like, way more. So please, please, please don't. Again, I don't know if these are family members, friends, people you grew up with, but please don't listen to them. They don't know what they're talking about, and it's because you scare them, because you're that powerful. And please, 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 just don't dull your sparkle and listen to this Virgo guy. I don't know what he's been trying to tell you or what your feelings have been trying to tell you about him, but like, please listen to them. All right. And yes, he does have romantic feelings towards you, but I mean, it's more than that. It's not just like, oh, I like your body and all that other stuff. It's like, yeah, like he genuinely cares about you. Yeah, Andrea. All right. So for those new people that came in, I'm doing free readings. It's first come, first serve. So there's a queue. If you want your reading read, you have to stick around and pop up in the chat whenever it's your turn. So just stick around and hang out. Otherwise, I have my readings up for about a week's time. So yeah. Oh, I'm sorry you guys broke up. Well, I still feel he cares about you. And I think that's something, again, that you don't have to be in a romantic relationship to still receive the love from him. Because I feel like he taught you a lot of things. And I think it's good to discern that, yeah, I think you should try reaching out, but just be careful about your intentions and make sure you keep it really surface level and light. Yeah, because I think he really does care about you, and I think you guys still need some stuff to work out. Just don't make it too heavy, okay? But anyways, though, Casavel, that was your reading. If you want me to be your boyfriend, I will certainly be your boyfriend, because you have the best name on my live stream so far. So, but anyways, though, I'm glad you appreciated your reading. Like and subscribe. Thank you. And good luck on your situation. I think you're going places, girl. I'm not worried about you. But yeah. All right, so I'm going to give an update for everybody to know the order of the readings. So then we can kind of get an idea of what we all need to do. Okay. So all right, so we've got Amanda. Amanda, are you here? It is time for your reading. Amanda, if you are not here, then it's going to be FMTV. Then it's going to be Starbell Victoria Vanessa, Rajmeet Sohal, Twin Flames, Jess Ventura, then broccoli. And then we've got Chelsea. And then Captain Barbosa. Then Robin. And then we've got Simone. Andrea. Makeup by Che. And Papu Das. Okay, and I think what I'm going to do is Papu Das. I'm so sorry if I mispronounce your name. I'm doing my best here. You're going to be the last person tonight, so if I'm channeling and whatnot, please let anybody in the chat know that after Papu, I'm cutting off readings for the rest of the night. So, because I want to make sure I can get through everybody and make sure all of y'all get good readings. Okay, so Amanda, you are... Oh, you're a he? Okay, well, still, I'll be your boyfriend, Casavel. Gender don't mean a thing. All right. Okay, Amanda. Let me get to your question. And thank you for being so patient. There's a lot going on here, and I hope for some of you guys that are sitting and listening, some of these readings are resonating with you, because a lot of people are going through the same stuff right now. So, oh yeah, you wanted a love reading. It said, Amanda. So, I mean, do you want to change it to a general one? Because I can do love for you. Casavel. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with your name. I think it's like, it just has like this like mysterious vibe to it. Or I feel like I need to be like, tugging at my suit and my tie, just like, hello, my name is Casavel. I'm here to wash away your problems. Okay, Amanda, I'm going to do a love reading for you, just so I can get this moving and stop harassing Casavel. Listen, I'm a Scorpio, so you know what? I'm in a place. I'm in a place. Most of like full moons too. I'm always extra feisty. Yes or no? No. Anything else? This one? All right, Amanda. Oh, Amanda, I don't know what it is about your energy, but you feel like so freaking sweet. Like I don't know. It's like the whole like the cute Instagram girl that takes like the really nice picture. Like I feel like you're very particular about like your Instagram pictures, or like you're a very aesthetic type person. Like you're very much like, I want this to be cozy. You know how to be like so soft. Like you have such beautiful feminine energy. Like, aw, and you're so like nurturing. I feel like you love animals, or there's like something that you're really like, you like soft things, or you're very much like, you know how to like, you know how to do that girl thing where like you speak in like the really like nice sweet voice and like everybody just kind of like calms down. Like you have like such powerful feminine energy, girlfriend. I'm like, thank you for being here. I feel like I'm like so like raunchy and like impure sometimes. Okay. All right. Let's look at a love reading for you. No. Here's this conflict and defeat. God damn it. Y'all, I'm sending, all right, I need like holy water, something. I'm sending you good vibes and you good vibes and you good vibes. No more conflict and defeat. All of y'all need to go love yourselves a little harder for me, taking all my love out of my guts and throwing them at you because you need it. Have this Reiki stuff because this is ridiculous. No. All right. Sorry. I had to end my vein. This card came up like how many times was reading? All right. How many times, people? Some of y'all have been here for like at least an hour by now, and it's coming up. Okay. Uh, yeah. All right. So you got the Page of Pentacles. You got, what in the hell is that? It's like a man on fire underneath a barbecue pit full of coins or shields. I don't know what that means, so I'm just gonna channel whatever the hell that's supposed to mean. Oh, Jessica, are you my conflict and defeat counter now? Thank you. Thank you. So we're at 4, now 5. Okay, so what I'm getting from Spirit in regards to love and relationships for you, Amanda, the first card you got is detox. So I don't know if there's something about like your friend circle, like that you need to take care of some friendship relationships first. Like I know that for love reading, I think you're expecting this to be more romantic, but right now I'm feeling this is more to do with like your friends and family. I feel like you've got a couple friends that you know are talking about you behind your back that have ill intentions towards you because I feel like they're just really like jealous and desperate people. And I don't know if it's because you think they look good or there's something about their energy or the way they present themselves that you think they're good people, but they're not. And you got to be really careful because you're kind of susceptible to this because you're very nice. And it's like, again, I'm seeing like a girl with like long black hair that like, she's like, sorry, I saw Broccoli's comments, like the Scorpio-ness, it's like oozing. Yes, no, listen, I have my sun and my moon signs are both Scorpio. I have so much Scorpio in my chart. I'm like, I embody it so fully. So thank you for the acknowledgement because, like, listen, that is me all the way. But yeah, no, like, there's like these girls that they're kind of like playing, I don't want to say mean girls because they're not like mean, but they're still like not good energy towards you. And they're kind of just haters. And like again, there's something about like again, because you're very aesthetic oriented, I think they've kind of like blinded you a little bit because you're the real deal, Amanda. Like you're doing what a lot of these girls are trying to project and appear like, because you've worked hard. I feel like, I'm feeling like this energy of like you've already worked through your pain and your heartbreak, but like really like you have a lot more balance than most people and you have like a good support system or at least a good family. I don't know if you come from a family that's a little more well off or somebody or there's a lot of love and patience in your energy in your family. And so these other people are good at playing it fake. You know what I mean? And like they know how to be nice at the right times, but at the wrong times, they don't really know what to do. And I think there may be a situation coming up. No, I wouldn't say that. I'm just saying, like, if the situation theoretically came up that something bad happened, these people would not be there for you. And Spirit's kind of warning you, especially with love, and the love that you're allowing into your life. Make sure that, you understand and respect that your softness shouldn't be available to everybody. Because like we as like loving people, we want to give everybody love. Everybody deserves love. It's just right now, this situation is causing you to like needing to put these people to the side, you know what I mean? Or create some boundaries and kind of just be a little less, if anything, like don't push them out, withhold some of your softness. You know what I mean? Don't make excuses for them anymore. Like I feel that's one of those things that you're like, oh well, something bad happened to them, so this doesn't matter, this shouldn't hurt me or whatever. And you're trying to be nice, but like you definitely got to make sure that you're like watching out for these people because it's like you don't have to be pushing people away and being mean to set a boundary. All you got to do is just withhold the extra effort that that you're putting out there. Yeah, and watch your money and spending a little bit. I feel like sometimes you do have a habit of spending a little too much money on people that either aren't worth your time or like I feel like you're not going to like that, but I think what Spirit's kind of reminding you is that, you know, you earn this money and this money is your blessing. And when you are not having balance with it, it's not a healthy relationship with the money. You know what I mean? Because it's more about having that personal relationship of I earned this. This is something that belongs to me. And I know you want to share, but you got to be more specific about what does that sharing look like and what am I putting that energy towards, if that makes sense. We've got hydrate, forgive. Yeah, and I feel like forgive. I feel like you got to forgive yourself over some things too, because I feel like, again, because of your compassionate heart, you are still getting over. I don't know if it was like an ex-boyfriend or somebody, but like you got to just forgive yourself and forgive your heart, because I feel like you get really frustrated sometimes, especially when you watch the news, or like there's something about like when you see things, you get really upset and you kind of try to take it on yourself. And like, this is just a reminder to like be like, hey, you know, you didn't do anything wrong by caring too much about people. You didn't do anything wrong by placing yourself out there and encouraging these good things. Because sometimes no matter what you do, no matter what the circumstances, some people will choose to remain in negative energies, and that's not your fault. And that's a symptom of them and everything that they have control over. And it sucks and it's sad because you hate seeing people in that position. And I feel like sometimes you don't understand why people do this stuff, but this is that time to forgive yourself for not understanding and allowing, you know, spirit and other people to take that energy and take care of that. And that's not on you, you know, and you need to protect your energy too. Yeah, and it's like, again, I don't want you to see you in a position where it's like you don't know what you have till it's gone. You know, there are some shadow aspects here, but I feel like you are the light in a lot of people. And I think that's another thing to remind yourself of, is because you stand so bright, you stand out, and it causes a lot of people to have to reflect on their own shadows. And that's why I feel like, again, with some of this mean girl stuff that you've encountered in your past, you know, like there's this blank space where you're kind of like, you don't always understand why some certain negative things happen to you. And a lot of it is, again, because your light exposes the darkness in others, and because they don't like themselves, they take it out on you because they blame you, when really it's that reflection of them that they can't handle. So anyways, though, Amanda, thank you so much for being patient and allowing me to read your tarot. You seem like a very sweet, amazing individual. I'm wishing you the best and good luck in your situation. I know this will pass, and, you know, make sure you're taking care of your body, drink lots of water, and make sure that you're taking time to, you know, spend time in nature. You know, I feel like you do that enough, but right now, do some special time outside. Just for yourself, and to connect with your spirit guides too, because they've got messages for you too if you can hear them. Okay, all right, Amanda's done. All right, let's see who is all left. So after Amanda, we've got Star Bell, Victoria, Veronica. Star, are you here? Or Victoria, are you still here watching the live stream? Because if you don't comment, I'm going to move on to the next person so I can make sure everyone gets their reading in. And my roommate's home. All right, let's go on. Because if Star does not comment, then I'm going to go on. Oh, hello. Everybody say hi to Rosie. Hello. Still doing my live stream. Okay. Let's see here. All right, Rajmeet, are you still here?
Yeah, everybody say hi to Rosie. Chelsea said hi to you.
Huh. All right, Rajmeet, Twin Flame, or FMTV? Are any of you guys still here? Because if not, I'm going to move on. Or Ventura. All right, Andrea, you're okay. Oh, Jess, you're still here. Great. Thank you so much for sticking around. Appreciate you. Okay, Jess, let me get to your question. I want to move this. All right. Is there anyone who had romantic feelings and wanting to commit to me? If so, any details about who? So you're talking about like currently in your life right now? Jess, I don't have to pull cards for that. I'm gonna say no. I feel like right now you're just kind of drifting, and I don't think you're in a place that you can really determine if people have romantic feelings towards you, like true romantic feelings. So please make sure that you're taking care of yourself. I feel like you're very disconnected from your heart space and you're a little disassociated. So please make sure that you're taking care of your mental health and allowing yourself to heal from your past wounds and understand that not every romantic feeling you have towards someone is love. And I think you should take some time to really assess like what actually love means to you and what a healthy, loving connection should be. Yeah, take some time to take care of yourself. Alba, my viewers say hi. All right, Rajmeet. All right, let me go back to you. But yeah, Jessica or Jess, yeah, just please protect yourself. I'm definitely getting an energy for you that you got to be careful that men don't take advantage of you. And you're very in a not good situation in life right now. So please take some time to, ground and focus on healing. All right, okay, I'm going to botch this name, so I apologize, Rajmeet. But is it Rohit? Is Rohit the right person for me? Do I have a chance? Okay, Jess. Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like his energy's not good for you. I'd say give up on that relationship. That person is not someone you should have in your living space. And I think you're going to feel a lot better when he's out of your life. But yeah, Rajmeet, the vibe I'm getting from your person, I think it kind of depends on what you want. I feel like he's a good match for you. And I feel like you guys would be happy together. I think it's really just a matter of you deciding what you want your right relationship dynamic to look like. Like, I feel like he's got some things going on, but like you two know how to balance each other out in the right ways. I think you just got to play the game a little bit or play the field. But I'd say give him more chances than other people. That's what I'm kind of feeling. Because I feel like his energy goes back and forth. And like he wants you, but he also needs to have that time to kind of see what he's feeling. But I give green flag with him. He seems very hardworking. I don't know if he's a successful professional of some kind, but I definitely get like he's stable and he has like good masculine energy. All right, that's one way to word it. At first I was like, oh yeah, he's got nice masculine energy. And I went, oh, he knows how to, yeah. Mixed signals. Yeah, I'd say pull back a little bit and just kind of wait and see. Don't feed into his mixed signals. And that's why I'm saying play the field a little bit, because I feel like that will cause him to kind of get a little more, hey, come back and pay attention to me. I don't know how to describe that energy, but like you need to show that you're not as available as you are, and that's going to turn up the heat on him a little bit. Because right now, it's something about your energy. You're not giving the vibe that you have options. And I don't know if you're giving these guys a little too much energy, because that's how they're interpreting it. So make sure that you kind of like pull yourself back a little bit to be like, okay, is someone next coming? Yeah, someone next is coming too. And that's where you need to stay in that energy of being like, okay, if you're not going to be giving me whatever right now, then I'm going to move on. And that's what's going to attract him. And that's why I'm saying no one should ever be leaving you on wait. Yeah. Like that's exactly what you should be in, is you should constantly be like, all right, there's always someone coming, and either it's you or somebody else. I'm going to be going for that better. And then he either will step up or he'll step out. And that's the mindset you need to have in order to attract people that are good for you. That explains, if he's your ex, that explains why you guys had that chemistry. Because at first I was like, oh, he's standoffish. And then I was like, oh, yeah. And I feel like he doesn't know how to control his emotions either. So that's why I'm saying, like, again, do not let yourself be put in that position of waiting for somebody. Because right now you're not waiting, you're stalling, pursuing what you need, you know? And that's very different. And change that mindset too, because like you shouldn't be standing around being like, oh, when do you come in? Like, nope. Being like, I'm focusing on this energy, and either you fit in this energy or not. And then that's going to attract him. So hope that helps, Rajmeet. Okay, moving on. So I want to make sure I get to everybody because there's been a lot of people tonight. All right, so Jess is done. Still no Vanessa. All right, so I think since Twin Flames isn't here, or FMTV, we're going to go to Broccoli. Yeah! I'm so sorry it took this long to get to you, Broccoli. I appreciate your patience, and I appreciate you and your commentary in the chat. It's been fun. And then I think we've got Chelsea. Then we have Captain Barbados, if you're still here. Then we've got Robin. Then we have Simone, Andrea, and then Papu Das. All right. Yeah, no problem, Rajmi. Good luck on your search. I know you're going to find somebody great. Don't give up, okay? All right. So we're going to get to Broccoli. All right. Let me find out where your question is. What will happen between Hassan and you? Oh my gosh. Oh, Brianna, no. 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 This man just makes me mad. Anything else? No. All right. This man, he makes me so mad. I don't know why. What is his deal? Oh my God. All right, that's confirming. Oh my God. Girl, no. Maybe this is personally triggering for me, but all right, because the first card you got was we've got Deception and Envy in reverse. All right, and like this guy, he's such like a jealous, like, oh my gosh, this man is like petty to the max. Oh my gosh, like he is someone that like he's like, oh my gosh, like his energy. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm getting so much information from him and it's all making me mad. So I'm trying to like work through my emotions, be like, okay, you know, be a mutual, like non-judgmental tarot card reader, but my God, I want to smack this man in the face. I think it's also because I can see what he's done to other women and what he'll do to you if you choose to be in a relationship with him. Because oh my God, like this guy, he is so like he's very controlling and nitpicky and petty. Like he's like something about like I'm hearing like he remembers what you said last Saturday and he will use it against you for the rest of your life. Like he is that type of guy where he has an excellent memory, but he remembers all the wrong things. So it's like, yeah, he's not going to remember your birthday, but he's going to remember that stupid comment you made and then make fun of you for it for like the rest of your day, you know, or like he's like so jealous. Like he's like constantly like looking. Like, I feel like he watches you. Is he the type of guy that, like, stares and tries to look all mysterious, but is actually, like, creepy as hell? That's the vibe I'm getting from this guy. We've got fulfillment of wishes. Yeah, no. And that's also in reverse. he is so like self-sabotaging and toxic. I mean, I'm sorry. This guy is toxic as hell. Like, okay, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be mean to your person, but like this guy is not a good partner for anybody. And I feel like he, like, for example, like when I saw this fertility card, he's like the type of guy that will just like knock up a girl and like doesn't care about the outcome, because to him, like, it doesn't matter if he hates you. He's a control freak. He doesn't care about you. Like what I'm saying with this fertility thing, like there's something about his energy that he's the type of guy that he will knock you up and then not care what happens to you. And then he will brag about having a child but then won't raise it. He's like one of those guys. And like you really need to make sure that you're checking your heart space, girl, because you should not be letting this man anywhere near you in your energy. Like, no. You know what's interesting too is we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we've got 9 and 7 here. But yeah, I feel like you got to take like baby steps towards getting out of this relationship, girl. Yeah, like I'm seeing like this. So this picture for fertility, you know, you need to have some barriers around your heart space and like yourself. Because I don't know what it is about this guy that you're hooked on, but I don't know what you're seeing that's causing you to ignore his red flags. Because this is like, I'm like, please get away from Brianna, because I'm like, no. And like, for example, like the sacral chakra. So with sacral chakra energy, that is all sexual energy. And since this is reverse, I'm definitely feeling you got some repressed. Yeah, no, like you got to work on some sexual healing, girl, because there's definitely some issues here that you need to make sure that you fix to make sure that you stay. Dude, don't be friends with him. No, don't even go anywhere near this guy. This guy is someone that I wouldn't keep my kids around. Like, he is a person that I would straight up say, you leave my people alone. Like, no. Like, if he came on my live stream right now, I'd tell him to get out. Like, no. So please protect yourself from these types of people. I don't know if you're attracting them because you're not aware. Yeah, no. Well, he's trying to knock you up because he's a pervert. That's how he tries to control people. If he knocks you up, then that means you're stuck to him. Like, yeah, like, no, like that is toxic as hell. Like, never, ever, ever, ladies, never, ever be around a man that's willing to do that. That is some serious messed up shit, you know? And then we've got prosperity in reverse. Yeah, he holds you back from being able to have real connections. And like, again, I feel like he makes you feel sexually repressed and underappreciated. I feel like he's got some kinks that are very like degrading towards women, and they're not fetishes, they're abusive tactics and behaviors. They're not fetishes, but that's how he disguises them. So please, please, please work on your sacral chakra energy. I'm going to say a little prayer for you tonight to make sure you stay safe, because I don't know why you're allowing this guy in your life at all. Like, please do the healing work to make sure that you're not engaging with him, because his heart space isn't in it. And like, I feel like maybe that's one of the things too, is when you're around him, you're in your head and you don't listen to what your heart's trying to tell you. But I think you've definitely been through some things that you don't know how to listen to that space. And that's a red flag to me. Please make sure that you are listening to what your body's saying around these people, because right now I don't feel like you're safe around these men that you're hanging around. So sorry, I don't mean to get like real right now, but I definitely like, yeah. Well, but here's the thing though, girl, you're focused on him and his energy. It doesn't matter what his issue is. Like, you got to protect yourself. Like, you got to come back in and be like, they have no reason to be in your life. Like, The only reason he is here is to take advantage of you. That's what I'm saying. Like, you need to get some boundaries in order to make sure that you're protected, because this guy is not a friend. Like, he does not have friendly energy towards you. He is just there to take advantage of you. Yeah, and I'm very sorry to tell you that, but I'm saying this as a concerned person, that when I see this stuff, I'm not gonna mess around with it, because you should not be around people like this. And please make sure you have safe, secure friends that can also protect you. I don't know if maybe you don't have friends that are willing to, step up against this. Because, like, again, if you were my friend, I would immediately say this person's not welcome in my home. Yeah. So please, please, please be careful and protect yourself. Okay. I mean, do you have any other questions? Because, like, there's not anything else to go off in your reading, but because you're kind of in a special situation, and if anybody in the audience has any words of encouragement for Broccoli too, like, because, we've all had our own encounters and had issues and things like that. And, we're all here to support your girl. Like, it's okay. You didn't do anything wrong, but I'm glad that, you're recognizing that this person does have unhealthy behavior, and please protect yourself from it. You're in a safe community that we all want to encourage everybody to be, having healthy relationships. And right now I'm like, I don't like the stank on that. Hey, no, that's okay. Like, I'm glad that, you're here. I'm glad that you're receiving this message. And, I just want everybody that's following me to be safe and to not be in unhealthy situations or unsafe ones. So, yeah, keep it real, girlfriend. Good luck to you. All right, I'm going to move on to the next person. Thank you for being patient, by the way. All right, Chelsea, do you still want a reading? Actually, Chelsea, I'm going to do your reading after the live stream. How about that? Because I want to make sure I get through everybody, and then we can do ours separate, since we can actually text each other. Okay, Captain Barbados, are you still here? You seem fun. Or Captain Barbados. I mean, Captain Barbosa. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Oh my God, I'm so tired. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, no. Well, that's the thing, is like, if he gets crazy, like, that's why you got to protect yourself, girlfriend. Like, don't, like, have some friends that will keep you safe and cut it off with him, like, and I mean, like, literally, like, if you need to call the police or do whatever you need to do to keep yourself safe, like, this is the type of person that I'm like, do not. Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely don't interact with that person. Do you have anything to do forward in the near future? I just say run away from him and work on yourself. Like, seriously, focus on learning what a healthy relationship looks like. And first of all, I think what you should do is take inventory on what is safe in your life right now. Because I think right now you got to go, like, from Maslow's hierarchy of needs, make sure you are around safe people. Because right now you need to make sure that you have people in your life that are telling you to stay away from a person like that. If you don't have anybody doing that right now, then some people need to go. Okay. Because people that love you and care about you are not going to just ignore that red flag. They're going to tell you, I care about you, but this person's not safe for you. Okay. Yeah. And, like, again, stuff like that, where they're like, oh yeah, I'm going to impregnate you to try to capture you. That is major red flag. That is very abusive behavior. And anybody that tries to romanticize that or is not telling you that is not your friend. Okay. So please be safe. Sorry. That just, like, oh God, that's just so scary. When I see stuff like that. Okay, Captain Barbosa, please comment to claim your reading. Otherwise, I'm going to move on. Robin, if you were there, please comment to claim your reading. Oh, Robin, you're still here. Congratulations. Thank you. Yeah, you should change your, I don't think you need to change your number. I think you just need to cut them off, be respectful, but be very firm. And, there's people you can contact to help you with situations like that too. Don't be ashamed to talk to people because it's a hard thing to do. But if you, are feeling uncomfortable or not know what to do, there are professionals that can help you too. Yeah, no, this is an abusive behavior, and you want to make sure that you're just careful about it. Okay, Robin. What do you want your reading to be about? Yeah, definitely broccoli. Make sure you're talking to professionals about that, because those are situations that, like, I don't have the credentials to really give you professional advice on that, but having seen things, you should definitely be getting people involved to make sure you're safe. Yes, yes or no? Yes, yes or no? All right. Yeah, just take care of yourself, girlfriend. I'm not here to scare you. I'm just here to, I've seen enough things and just want to make sure that you're safe. That's it. That's all we're trying to do here. Rooting for you, sending you love. And my knee's gonna pop. Okay. Okay, Robin. So you got authority in reverse, triumph. I feel like you've been working on yourself a lot lately, Robin. Like, you're definitely somebody that I feel like you're having a hard time coming up with like a goal, or like there's some kind of like energy of like you're very passionate and or I wouldn't say passionate, you're very like meticulous and you're very like methodical and going towards success. Like, success is guaranteed, but you don't know where you're going. Like, that's kind of what I'm getting, is it's kind of like I'm seeing this person and I'm thinking of like, someone running towards like victory, or like kind of like the wild, wild west, where it's like, the world's your oyster. It's just, you're not sure where you're going. You just know you have a big future ahead of you, and I feel like you're accomplished, Robin. I feel like you're somebody who, or if you're not accomplished yet, you're gonna be. Or maybe you're accomplished in a way that I don't think you recognize. Like, for you, it seems easy, but other people would recognize it as accomplished. Now, with this authority in reverse, I feel like there's some resistance. And I think it's because, I don't know if you're into like social justice, or there's something about like a rebellious streak to you where you're like, you really don't like being told what to do. And part of it's because you're very strong and self-sufficient on your own. The problem is there's a balance that needs to be had where you should be able to listen to healthy, respectful authority, and I think that the reason why there's that imbalance, that's why you can't get structured in your own life, is because you need to listen to that balance of authority exists for a reason, right? And there's a lot of times, like, for example, think of like a parent-child relationship where a healthy parent has authority over their child because they're children. Children don't always know what's best for them, and they don't always have the full picture. That's why their parent is there to enforce rules, like making sure you're eating your veggies, making sure you're going to bed. That creates structure and a certain level of protection, so that way whenever you're going out and doing life, you have that. And that's where I feel like this resistance towards authority, because you've either had parent figures or, again, government, different things like that. Like, oh, I said government and I just felt like, well. So some type of, you have some kind of energy about you that, I think having a healthy understanding of what proper authority should look like, instead of rejecting all authority, will help get you some structure in your life so you can apply that energy in your life and use it in a positive way to achieve what you want to and what you need to do. Because I feel like sometimes you can get, because you've kind of got like wild, like rebellious energy. Like you're kind of like, I know what I'm going for and I don't take names or questions, whatever, I'm just going to go. And that's really good. But the destruction side of it is there needs to be an opposite to check it. So that way you don't go so far that you lose your footing, and sometimes I feel like, again, you're kind of running in a circle, but you're starting to move towards a path and building something, which is really cool. I'm really digging your energy, Robin. Yeah, because again, you're very, I was about to say smart, funny, and sweet at the same time, and they didn't. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but again, you're very charismatic too when you want to be. You're just kind of a little more withdrawn right now because you're kind of developing. So I say just keep at it. Yeah, you've got affirmations, manifestation, relaxed, dance. Yeah, I feel like you're like the type of person that you can dance in the rain, you can dance in the sun, you can dance in the fire, you can take all that. Hell yeah. Yeah. And whatever it is you're manifesting, I think make sure that whenever you're pursuing a direction, pay attention to how it makes you feel. Because of your rebelliousness, sometimes that rebellion feels good, right? And I feel like you're that troublemaker that you come in and you stir the pot and you make sure that people listen up. The difference is those you want to make sure that influence goes in a positive light and that reflects positive energy back to you. Because what you don't want to do is be having this rebellious energy, but then it just burns you instead. It's like playing with fire. You want to make sure that the positive energy goes out and the impact you make is positive, which I think that's your goal, right? Because I feel like you're a healer in your own right. It's just making sure that you know how to find that balance. But I feel like that's inevitable because of just who you are and the path you're on. So keep at it and just focus on a positive energy. And once you feel like when you rebel, it feels positive. Like there's a huge difference between feeling that rebellion that's just saying spite as opposed to rebellion that's like victory. Go for the victory rebellion, not the spite rebellion, because spite rebellion will get you caught up in stuff that is not, it will burn you more than benefit you and other people. So that's just the message I'm getting. But hey, overall though, you're doing a good job and you're moving in the right direction. So good on you. Pat on the back, Robin. Cheering you on. Man, I've got so many like badass bitches. Like maybe some of you don't like that term. I'm sorry, but like y'all are a group of badasses. You've never had a reading before, Robin? Wow. Well, thank you so much for showing up. Yeah, you're definitely cool. Like I'm liking your energy. I'm like, you know how to get shit done, and you're like, I ain't taking nothing less. So good for you. Yeah. Fist bump. Yeah. Well, like and subscribe if you want more. I do these free readings all the time. Yeah, but good for you. Okay. Okay. Let's see who is next. All right, so we've got Simone, and then we have Andrea. Are Simone and Andrea here? Okay. All right, Andrea, Simone was there first, so if Simone pops up. Thank you, Robin. Sending you love. So if Simone pops up, I'll do her, but otherwise I'll hop to you, Andrea. Thank you so much for being patient. Y'all are awesome. Man, I keep attracting like these amazing people on my show, and it makes me feel so good. I'm like, y'all are fantastic. It makes my day. Actually, it did make my day because I had a really terrible day, and y'all made it better. I now understand why my spirit guides were like, you need to do drunk tarot tonight. And I was like, no, I'm so tired and I feel so crappy. And they're like, no, get out there. I'm glad I did. Y'all are great. Oh, thank you, Amanda. Yeah, no. I'm currently going through some clinical. I'm doing a test study for PTSD, and so I'm going to be testing out an experimental drug to help with PTSD symptoms. And I was there from like 9:30 to like 3:30, and I had to get my head soaked in saline solution and get triggered a bunch of times, and just God, I was like, yeah. So it was not fun. But now I'm feeling better. So okay, so let's see here. Who is next? All right, so Andrea, I'm just gonna go with you, and then let me see who's next. Makeup by Shay, are you still here? Because if you are, your reading will be next. Then Papu Das, which Papu Das was the cutoff. However, since Weaving Spirit Oracles there, I'll squeeze you in since we've had people kind of disappearing. So you will be the last person Weaving Spirit Oracle. Did you have a craving for Eggos? Dude, so that's the thing, is like I literally had those brain scanners just like 11 does, where it's like those big things. Oh, Captain Barbados. It's Barbosa. Oh my God. You're Captain Barbados now. I'm sorry. Yes, your name was called. So it's time for your reading. All right. Sorry, Andrea. Captain Barbados was first, and then I will do you next. Yeah, sorry guys. Sounds good. Yeah, I don't know, because I think it's like I'm seeing Captain Barbosa, and that reminds me of like rum. And then that's why my brain went from Barbosa to Barbados, and so now I'm like thinking about rum. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, thank you for showing up. I was gonna say, like I said, if you're tired, you can go back and rewatch my reading because I have it up for a week. So, okay. Captain Barbados, let's find out what your question was. I'm craving rum now. I want like a good, like creamy rum drink. What do you see for Elle and I together in 2023? Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I read your question, I channeled the energy, and as you will find, I'm a very blunt tarot card reader, if it's not apparently obvious. So I apologize, but I just felt like he's batshit crazy. Like that exact verbiage. Like he that I read your message and I just said he's batshit crazy. What are you doing with this guy, girl? I know the sex is good, but damn, like anything else, yes or no? Damn. Girl, what are you doing? I know he's got a good heart, but damn. You guys got to protect yourselves from these dudes. Where are you finding these people? Oh my gosh. Oh, does he have nice tattoos? Oh, he is pretty though. Okay, I see now. He's got nice tattoos. He knows how to use his body. He knows how. He's got a way with words, but he's crazy. Dude, have you seen the stuff he posts on Instagram? Do you know what his friends talk about and do late at night? Girl, drinking Captain Morgan straight out of the bottle, and like I don't know what this guy's deal is, but he's like, I mean, he's crazy. He knows how to please, but he is not the type of guy you come home to mama with. I can tell you that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm definitely getting the vibe of like this is going to be like a doomed relationship. I'm sorry. I'm not saying that to be harsh. It's like I'm just warning you that if you're hoping for something more, this guy is not your dreamboat. You're still gonna have a lot of good times though, and I feel like he's got to teach you a lot of lessons too. Like I definitely feel like you guys. Ooh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm sitting in this energy. He has a way of just really getting into your insides, like energetically speaking. Like he knows how to like push your buttons and pull out certain energies in you. And I think that's why your spirit's attracted to him right now. Because even though he's not a keeper, he has a way of exposing you and kind of showing you like something about like he's the type of guy that like he's snarky and he attracts a lot of women, but he makes you feel super special because he does actually enjoy women's energy. This is like a different type of like player energy where it's like he loves the game because this guy's he's not a lady hater. He's not doing it to really take advantage of women, and he's doing it just because that's his nature. That is who he is. But he also loves like connecting to your energy, and he sounds like he's really sweet. Like as I was kind of going with that thought before, he's the type of guy that like after you make love with him or whatever, because he's a making love type guy. He's not like bang and go home because he's very much like how do I put it? He's more into connection and he doesn't have sex just to have sex. Like he's more of like okay, your vibes gotta match with mine. Like he seems very like particular about the women he's with. He may not seem like it because again, he has that player vibe, but what he's really doing is he's picking out women that cause him to feel good. And it's very different than men that are trying to sleep around because they're fixated on having sex or not being in balance. And like, and I feel like he has his own broken heart too. And I feel like, he gets brokenhearted because I think his masculine energy is misunderstood. Because I think he keeps getting labeled as a player when really he's just trying to open women up. He just so happens to not be the committal type. And he also just so happens to be rough around the edges. That's the vibe I get from him. And these cards are also kind of alluding to that as well. So for 2023, you're going to go through something together. I think that's going to bring you guys a little bit closer because I feel like since you're both spiritual people, I think that's why he really connects with you. Again, I think that's why he kind of leans to preferring sex with you because he knows that after Yush Max. Hello. I know I'm ignoring you because I have lovely people on the internet that need my attention. No, I'm not playing ball right now. But yeah, no, like I feel like with him, like you're both very spiritual beings. And so like what's coming this upcoming year is more of just, I'm feeling spiritual detox. Again, I feel like as a sexual partner, you guys have that, it's healing, more than being, just about physicalities, and so I'm seeing rest, dream, and exercise. So I think maybe just dream a bright future with him. Just don't think of it in terms of like a traditional relationship. I think just really open yourself and allow that energy to kind of flow, and like you can protect yourself from his odd tendencies. I feel like he's got some weird behaviors occasionally and speak up for yourself. But yeah, no, I'm seeing good things. He's workaholic and no traditional. Yeah, I definitely can see that. And I feel like he works to kind of escape. And I think that's why you're like his little, like, I heard like pocket goddess. Like, I don't know what his deal is. I don't know. He's just got really artsy, like cool vibes. I like him. But like, definitely like, make sure you set your intentions on what you want out of this relationship. And I'd say just go with the flow. I think he's good for you for right now. And I think that, for the next upcoming year, I think you guys are going to grow spiritually together, kind of as lovers, but also as friends too. Like, I think aside from like your romantic side, it doesn't even feel that romantic. It just feels very like you said, it's spiritual in nature. And it's also like you have a very steady friendship with him too. Like you're kindred spirits. And that's not something you can kind of just make up. And you're very go with the flow too. But his energy is very like soothing, I think, towards your feminine. So yeah, just expect more healing and more just growing together. Like you're both going to grow as people and grow with each other. So yeah, I'm seeing all positive things. Yeah, it's a different lifestyle and it's unsteady, but like you guys know how to do that dance. He's better at it than you are because you need a little more structure than him. But like still though, like he opens you up. And I think allowing yourself to be open to those new energies will kind of help you. Well, what's up with his narc sides? What do you mean? Like his side hose, or like does he do drugs, or like what do you mean? Like, because I feel like he's definitely got his inner demons, you know, but I think he's relatively harmless. I mean, I could see him also going for maybe toxic girls, and I think maybe you're like his little oasis. He's a bit narcissistic. He's a bit of a narcissist. Don't take this the wrong way, but it might be autism. Because I have a feeling that he's not intentionally trying to like feel better than everybody else. I think he just doesn't process it that way. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, like I don't get the vibe that he's like cold or intentionally trying to like manipulate people and stuff like that. I think it's a cognitive thing where he genuinely does not know how to communicate. So with him, you might want to communicate at a different frequency, and that might be why he's closer to some spiritual people, because they can see what he's trying to say, but he can't articulate it. So maybe that's something you guys can work on together. But yeah. Anyways, though, Captain Barbados, yeah, and connecting with emotions. Well, yeah, that's why I'm saying I think he might have some type of a learning disability or some kind of a disability. I just figured out that I have one myself, so that's why I'm like, oh yeah, now I recognize what that energy is. And so I also don't want to diagnose, because you know it's a spectrum, and I also don't want to, you know, put that stuff out there with an ill intention, you know. But it could be some form of mental not being able to connect, and it has nothing to do with him having a negative personality trait. All right. Thank you so much, Captain Barbados. Come on back. Hi, Odria. Unfortunately, I'm not doing any more readings. I'm cutting off my viewership because I'm trying to like slow down for the night. So you can come on back at a different time. I still do free readings, so like and subscribe. I go live basically like once a week, once every 2 weeks. So come on back and you can get another one. Okay. Okay. Who was, oh yeah, so Andrea. All right, Andrea, it's you. Then Papu Das, if you're still here, pop your head in. Otherwise, then I will go on to Weaving Spirit Oracle. Okay. Yeah, let's do rum readings. I mean, hey, listen, when I do drunk tarot, I'll drink rum. I mean, right now I don't have much alcohol because I'm trying to pull back a bit, but I do have some whiskey, so that's fun. Okay, Andrea, let me find your question, because it's way back here. Or could you just repost your question for me, please? Will Brandon come back into your life? Yeah, but you're not going to want him back. Yes. And I'm going to explain why. Sit. All right, yeah. So here's what's going on. We've got dream, let go, align. Yeah, that's all advice for spirit. Blank. Yeah, I feel like you want a clean slate, but he just wants to continue to go back to his old BS, which is part of the reason why he's out of your life in the first place. Because he intentionally manipulates you, because he knows how to get under your skin. He knows how to press your buttons, and like, ooh, he knows what makes you mad. Oh my God. So what this guy did to you, and I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but what this guy liked to do is he liked to do things intentionally to make you angry. So you would get mad at him, and then he'd push it back on you. I know that energy so well by now. Yeah, and I feel like you miss him not because you miss him, you miss the comfort of having another person around you. Yeah. I was gonna say, I'm like, girlfriend, this guy, hard pass. Like, please know your worth and do not go back to this guy because he was intentionally doing that to just make you angry and play games. Like, he plays games. And I know you like to play games, but like, you gotta watch that with yourself. All right, bye, Jessica. Love you. But girl, like, we all got shadow aspects, and like I'm saying, like, don't put up with playing these games. They don't benefit you. Like, no, like, he does not deserve your time. And I feel like he's like, you've had a lot of people come in and waste your time with this BS. But you like it because then you can feel like, oh, well, I'll just, push all the blame on them, when you got to take accountability to make sure that you are standing up for yourself and not allowing these things to go unaddressed. Because I want you to find a good man. I think you deserve to have a good man. And I feel like you've been shamed by your family a lot. I feel like, oh my gosh, there's so much family shame. And I think you're taking that out on your partners by continuing to manifest these guys that are no good for you. When like you deserve like a handsome, like, girl, you know you can attract a handsome man. Okay. But you keep choosing these dudes that look like trolls. Okay. I'm just feeling that right off the bat from your energy. And I'm sorry, maybe that's rude, but I'm saying this because I care about you and I want you to have a good partner. Okay. Like, oh my gosh, I almost got like emotional. I'm like, girl, like, let this crap go. Like, I'm sorry, like you're breaking your own heart over and over again because that's all you know and that's all you've been wanting because it's easier. And it's like, I get it. Like, and I feel like, again, I feel like your family taught you to play these games and to expect that. And that's not right. That's not what you should be allowing in your life because that's toxic against you. You should learn to be your authentic self and not have to put on a mask or too much makeup or do you get told you wear too much makeup too much? Yeah, I feel like you get all these like negative messages about like, well, it's because of how you look like this or whatever, or like, he doesn't want you because of this. So you just finally said, fine, whatever, I'm just going to take this one. And like, no, like, who cares what your family thinks? There's a reason why there's bridge trolls getting married into your family. Okay. And you know it. You freaking know it. All right. And you have the capacity to get more, but you don't want to because everyone else is jealous of the fact that you can attract better because you're hardworking. You pay bills. All right. Of all those people in your family, who's the one that's the major brainwaver and taking care of everybody? You are. All right. And everybody knows it. And that's why they want you to feel bad because then otherwise, if you got wise and took care of yourself, then you wouldn't be paying for their stupid behavior. I don't know. Like you already know that they're doing things with your money that they shouldn't be doing. And you're letting it because you're like, oh, well, because I care about my family. And I respect you care about your family. Your family's important, but you got to cut them off because you deserve to have happiness too. And especially like with this guy, like, no, like quit attracting bridge trolls. All right. You are so above the league of the people you're dealing with. And I'm sending you so much love, Andrea, like, because I can feel it. And I'm like, wear your makeup. Don't give a shit about what these other people are saying and go for your heart. All right. You're not, you aren't made with such amazing gifts and amazing personality. Like, you're running circles around these people. So you deserve to have a man that's running circles around them. All right. Don't choose a partner to please them. Choose a partner for you and who's going to support you. And I think that's why they're afraid of you learning your worth, because as I said, you're not going to put up with it. Like, if you had an amazing man come in, all right, because I can feel it, like, dream for better, all right, and align what's actually for you and let go of this stuff, this shit. Sorry, I have a feeling you don't like cussing, so I apologize, but I'm really passionate about this because I'm like sitting here like, what are you even doing? Like, I'm like, you come on my show, this amazing woman, and these people have the gall to say this about Andrea? What? Like, it makes me laugh because I'm literally like, if she was within the right crowd of people, you would be nothing. All right. Like, and that's why I'm saying, please, for the love of God, dream and focus on aligning your true self with who you are, because like a man that is worth your time is not going to let people put up with this type of treatment against you. He's not going to let that happen. And that's why they keep telling you all the wrong things, because they don't want you attracting that man. Because I know damn well, give it 5 years, you start letting go of all this stuff, I guarantee your ass, I will put money on it, that you will attract a man of your dreams or somebody who is attractive, worth it in 5 years. If you just put the effort into letting this go, don't play games, align with who you really are, because you really are an amazing, sweet person. You've just been putting up these shells because you're putting up with trash behavior, and dream for something better. Like, I know you don't know what that looks like right now, but as I said, if every single day you put some effort in to find out who you are, you're going to break that generational cycle. That little red dot right there, that is you. That is what your spirit guides have been calling you to do. That's why you're here. That's why we're all here. You're breaking this mold. So this cycle of BS in your family, like all those beautiful women that are told to be something they're not, you're going to break that, and you're going to help all of them out. I'm telling you right now, I'm like, once Andrea gets her motor going, like you're unstoppable, girl. Like, I don't even know why I'm telling you this, but I'm doing it just to reaffirm what you already know and what you need to hear, because damn, like, when you are an empowered person and you're sitting there going like, I don't care about this, I would not mess with you, girl. No. Mm-mm. Like, I could already tell you, you do not mess with you. So take charge of your relationships and don't allow people like Brandon ever to come back. All right? No more Brandons. Get yourself a good man, a man who respects you and respects your family. Because that's the other thing too. Brandon's been talking shit about your family. All right? I'm going to say it there. I don't know anything, but I'm already feeling the tea. The tea is flowing through me. And I'm like, he's been talking shit about your family. And that's not okay. Like, no, like, he's trash. And like, and that's the thing too, is like, a good man is going to come in and he's going to support your family. Even though there's garbage in everybody's family. Okay. But a good man coming in, he's going to say, hey, I'm not sitting here telling you how it is because I hate you. I'm doing it because I care about you. And I want this family to be good because it's my family too. And that's the type of man you deserve, because he's going to help your family too. All right. You just don't accept less. Okay. All right. Oh, Simone, there you are. All right, sure. I'll do your reading. And then I'm going to do Weaving Spirit Oracle. And then I'm done. Yeah, I think that's everybody. I'm sorry, Andre. Like, there's just so much tea. Like, I feel like if we sat and talked for 2 hours, I'd sit there and I'd just go. I'd be going off on all these people, all these cousins where I'm like, sitting there, I was like, Andrea looked hot in that picture. Stop being jealous. Stop. Just stop. I want to be like, no. All right, Simone. Because the chat kind of blew up. Would you be able to please repeat what your question was? Unless I can find it here. Okay, I read it. There's a guy named Jeremy that I went on a few dates with recently, and he went 24 hours with no contact to me, and it just turned me off. So now I'm answering his texts. What is his feelings towards me? He's hot and cold. I feel like he's very non-committal. So, like, if you're looking for like a real relationship with this guy, I say, swipe left. He's just, he has feelings, but he does not like. He's just gonna shortchange you. Like, he really doesn't feel like he's that like knows how to fully go through and commit to something, or like he's very like. I don't know. He's got like issues of some kind, just really lukewarm, kind of flaky, limp dick, kind of like, oh, I can't go through. Yeah, no. Swipe left. I don't need to pull cards for this one now. I think you're a little too feisty for him, and this guy kind of gives me like he likes being dominated by women, but not in like a healthy way. He's kind of just like really kind of like, non-committal, if this works out, like, you don't want that. Maybe at first. Yeah, I don't know. Just his energy is very like so like lukewarm. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just telling you, save your time, swipe left, and find someone else, because like you've got a lot more passion to you, Simone, and this guy's energy is attracted to it because he doesn't have any, and so it's kind of like I feel like over time you would see it more, and I feel like he likes to present himself a certain way, but that's the presentation his friends taught him and not who he actually is. And I think for you, you're very not fake to a comical level. So like literally I'm already foreseeing like it's almost like a sitcom where you go in and then you'd start dating and then you'd be like, are you for real? Like, are you for real? And then he'd be just like, what? And like just not happening. Oh my gosh. So Rosie has been on my lap this whole time, the doggy, and she is asleep. And she was so sleepy, she started to fall off my lap because she's tired. Oh. Oh. Okay. All right. But anyways, though, Simone, that's your reading. Hope that helps you. Okay. I'm going to do one more reading, and then I am going to be done. So then I don't bother my roommate anymore, and I can go to sleep myself. Okay, Weaving Spirit Oracle. Let me see. I love your picture, by the way. I have one similar to it. That's why I was looking at it, and I was like, oh, twins. Okay, so let me see what your question was, Weaving Spirit. Okay. Okay, you have, do I have any love connections coming in 2023? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. I feel like there's going to be someone that's going to be important to your story in a way of the information about yourself that he gives you. I feel like it's going to be like a casual relationship, or it's going to be kind of serious briefly, and then it's going to kind of fade away a little bit. But there's something about like, just these? All right, yeah, I'm feeling only 3 cards. We've got Hydrate, Align, and Nutrition. I don't know if this guy, I don't know if you're a health nut or this guy's a health nut, but there's something about like you're going to learn things from this relationship, and it's going to be a very like healing relationship where it's not going to be pressured with judgmental, like, I don't know if you've had like judgmental or harsh partners. I feel like you kind of are a little more sophisticated, and I feel like you've had some partners in the past who were very like classy in front of the family and in front of everyone else, but behind closed doors they are mean, or they're very like rude, I'm feeling. And I feel like, I don't know if it was something about your childhood wound that you kind of got used to, well, that's just the way it is, that's how these guys are, and you know, you're kind of sick of it, but your spirit guides are also kind of saying like it's taking some time. You're like, you're not completely sick of it enough to stop attracting it. So what this guy's going to do is, I feel like he's classy, but in his own way. And I feel like he's going to get you to open up to a different way of life. I feel like, I don't know, I see him like biking, or like he's got like a little quirk that is kind of unique to him. It's really cute energy. Like, I don't know if you like London or something, or if he's British or something, but there's something about like travel that you guys really like appreciate in each other. Or there's something about like you're different in ways that are still compatible. Yeah, and like, yeah, that's this relationship I'm talking about, is this person, you know, he's going to know. I think one thing that you're going to really like about this guy is you've had partners in the past who did not show up for you when you were upset, or they didn't know what's going on with you when you're having a bad time. Like, they were either emotionally unavailable, or they chose to ignore when you had bad feelings or if something was wrong. And this guy is going to be very attentive towards you. Like, he's somebody who he's going to make sure you're nurtured, but he's not going to be like stifling either. I think that's one thing too. You don't like stifling guys. And so this guy's more free spirited than what you're used to. Aside from this gentleman, though, I think you're going to have like a couple other relationships. And I think the advice I'm getting from Spirit is to help with manifesting these people. I'm hearing make better friends. You're going to make better friends, but you also have to make some choices about who you're keeping in your circle, how much time you're allotting to certain specific situations or like certain dramas. Like, I feel like there's a certain drama, like, I don't know, you've got like 2 or 3 friends that you see it's the same drama with them and their significant other. And your friend group keeps getting caught up in these 2 people's or a couple people's dramas to the degree where everyone kind of is like, we're sick of this, but you're still all putting up with it anyway. And this is kind of just a reminder from Spirit to be like, how much are you actually benefiting from this drama? How much like cathartic healing is coming from having these talks? Because a lot of it is gossip and it's not actually like beneficial exchanging of information. And that's where you want to start aligning yourself with people that actually add value to your life and make you feel better about yourself, and to not waste energy and time on people that are clearly not made for each other. It's like, I think you have some friends that they're used to just sticking out with a relationship that they hate because that's what they were taught to do. Or money. I feel like money is important in your inner circle, and that needs to change a little bit, because money is not an indicator of true wealth and wellness. And you want to make sure that you're aligning with people that care about both wellness as well as wealth, and quality of life. Having money does not mean that quality of life is there. And there's some people in your friend group that don't understand that and need to go, because they're keeping it superficial with you. And, you should be attracting people that are authentically aligning with you. And also because, like, again, you're sophisticated, you're classy, and you don't need that sort of energy in your life. I think you keep it around because it's easier than kind of letting it go. Because I don't know if you travel or you sometimes have a hard time making friends because it's just difficult with the industry you're in or what you're doing. But they're out there, and Spirit's guiding you to be brave and to walk away, to allow like relationships like this man or other people to come into your life, because they're going to be a little different and it's going to be a little uncomfortable at first, thinking in different ways, but you're going to be rewarded for it, for taking that risk. So, and it's going to be another adventure in your life too. Like, I feel like you're free spirited and you like to go out of your way to try to experience life to its fullest capacity, and you're very brave and know how to go with the flow. So it's just that this flow is a little different because it's going to feel uncomfortable, because it's going to challenge, again, some of those values that you learned early on in childhood. And that's what Spirit's wanting to break down, is to get you more into being in flow with Spirit and God, whatever you choose to align with. I let go of a lifelong friend last month. Yeah, that's hard. I've been there. That happened to me during the pandemic, and that's rough, but at the end of the day, that love never goes away, and, it's easier to just allow yourself to view love in a way that's more fluid, and to just understand that it's a river, and, where one thing leaves, it allows another thing to come in, which is hard, but at the end of the day, nothing's going to eliminate the time that you had together and that energy. So, sending you love, girlfriend. You've got a lot going on, but I just want to say I'm proud of you. There's something about me that just says, like, you need to be told that, you are a sophisticated, badass girl, and you're always going to accomplish what you are aiming towards. Like, there's nothing about your energy that tells me otherwise. And I think you just need to be around people that tell you that, because everybody needs friends that are encouraging them. And you need to get yourself a friend like that. Find someone that speaks to you and actually verbalizes and says what they appreciate about you, because it'll make you feel a lot better. But all right, Weaving Spirit, that is your reading. And thank you guys so much for joining me on my live stream. I went a little longer than normal, but I had a lot of requests. So, and I think today was really good live stream for everybody. So once again, like and subscribe. If you would like to purchase a tarot card reading for me, I sell them. Follow me on Facebook or Instagram at Mind Over Mania. That's how you can get updates aside from my videos and my live streams. Yeah, so anyways, thank you guys again, and I will see you all next time. Peace out, y'all.